All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
Well, ain't this a kick in the ass? She is 5:40, and we're all set for a brand new live broadcast. Thanks for punching into the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. Oh, it's going to be a great day. It's going to be just I'm off to a bad start, personally speaking. I'm starving to death over here.
I could help you out. I bring a snack or two. Ashley's always got basically a lunchbox with her of some sort.
Oh, yeah, I see some kind of a food item right there, but I can't make it out.
Yeah, I had a Nature Valley peanut butter granola bar.
I'll pass on
Very
that.
good.
You're not really bringing in toast and all kinds of stuff like you used to.
I did have toast the last 2 days, actually, because I thought I was out of granola bars, but I found one in my backpack,
And
so it's a good day.
Folks think we don't make any money around here, but we're buried in toast and granola bars.
I didn't even know we had a toaster until you started bringing toast in here.
Yeah, we got a toaster, a little, what is it, like one of those little ovens that also toasts, toaster oven.
Get out of town.
Hey, yourself.
Actually, I assumed you had brought a toaster from home when I saw you walking around with toast.
Honestly, I probably would have if we didn't have a toaster.
Normally, I never have any hunger issues at this time of day, but suddenly I'm hungry. Josh, is there anything good in the refrigerator down the hall? Anything in there?
I haven't checked that forever.
God dang.
Oh, they're actually where the toaster is.
Any leftovers in there?
There's a bunch of stuff there that they leave out for people to whatever if you're hungry. There's little what are the little tiny chocolate muffins in there?
In the refrigerator?
It's in the promotions area.
How long have they been there, though? Well, the promotions area, we've got a whole new staff, and they're pretty snack-filled. They've got
those are
candy
new.
And everything up there.
It's just been so long since I cracked open the refrigerator in this building.
This is funny. Social Anxiety Jesus sent in a picture of the granola bar you were talking about, Ashley, and it's instead of the normal wrapper, it looks just like it, but it says effing crumbs everywhere.
Seriously?
Yeah. I have a system down now where the crumbs don't get everywhere.
I wonder if maybe there's just a family of raccoons living in our break room refrigerator at this point. Anyway, you don't need to hear my problems, but it's just kind of weird. Normally, I never have any hunger issues at this time of day, but I walked in friggin' starving. I'm going to be on the lookout for these chocolate muffins or something that was set up.
You've got a snack machine back there, and I think that gets filled every once in a while. Every couple of years, probably.
No breakfast options, though.
Oh, I don't care about that. They still have a snack machine? Okay, I'll handle this in my personal time. Sorry to bother you on that. It's just
Somebody recommend some avocado toast.
Oh, God.
You try that. I ordered that once. I wanted to see what all the buzz was about.
You're lucky you didn't get your ass kicked.
Well, it's funny. That's where I'm going with this. It was for my mom's birthday. It was like a brunch we went to, and I quietly ordered it because I knew I'd get crap. And my brother was sitting across the table, and he must have heard it, and he just crossed his arms and shook his head no.
Yeah,
I disappointed him.
That's wrong.
Not a meal.
No, that's terrible. I do have something here for you early morning types. We have a special bond, don't we, Josh? We have a special bond with our early morning listeners because they know the misery of being awake at such ungodly times. Here's something for you early people. Now, I'm not buying this, but I'm going to go ahead anyway. It says here, if you hit the snooze button regularly, you're going to die young and you're going to die ugly.
Yeah, this is one of those things that kind of tends to pop up every once in a while, right? Same things. Hit the snooze button, you're in some serious trouble.
Well, I guess I don't know if I've ever heard something like this before.
Yeah, we've even talked about it. I've never been a snooze button guy simply because I'm afraid that I won't get back up. So I have to immediately get up because
That day, not ever again, but that day. You're afraid that you won't get back up.
Oh yeah, I'm not afraid I'm going to die.
Right.
Yeah. But so specifically, it must have happened once where I slept through it or whatever because I always have to, like the second it goes off, I got to get up so I don't have to worry about it.
My husband loves the snooze button, so I always send him these kind of articles.
Oh, I use it every day, multiple times.
Because it really pisses me off when we have to be up at a certain time. Like, say we have to be up at 8. And I look over at him setting his alarm, and he's got 6:50, 7, 7:30.
Wow.
Like, what are you doing?
He gives himself that wide of a wheelhouse?
It's insane. I'm like, what? You're just messing with your sleep, dude. Just wake up at 8.
I never thought of it that way, as messing with my sleep. I thought I'm getting extra sleep by finger banging that snooze button, they say. It does all kinds of terrible things to your beautiful body, and it's going to kill you dead.
I think maybe just if you have to use the snooze button, it means you wake up at an ungodly hour like we do. And I think that has more to do with the fact that you're going to die young because of just the lack of sleep.
Well,
Not just the extra 15 minutes of the snooze button.
I think there's an argument for folks that get up immediately that they're going to die young, especially my wife. She's not a snooze button hitter, but she does have her alarm set to jump scare, where it's so loud, it's the world's most annoying alarm. And so she gets up pretty early on Saturdays, and even earlier than I do, and it scares the hell out of me every Saturday.
That's crazy. My alarm is just vibration.
Your alarm
I guess it depends
is,
on where you keep your phone.
Yeah, well, where do you keep your phone?
Usually under my pillow.
Oh.
For that reason.
well,
I mean, if you had it lower, I'd understand. That depends on where you keep it.
You have your telephone under your pillow.
Yeah.
Why is just so you can feel the vibration?
Yes.
What if you roll over the wrong way?
Right.
I have actually, it was like last week. Thankfully, I noticed before it was time for my alarm to go off, but I noticed that my phone was on the floor. I was like, oh, that could have been really bad.
All right, so
I don't even know if I need a snooze button because one of our dogs, his timing is impeccable. He wants to jump in bed as soon as I get out of it. So sometimes he's sitting there waiting for the alarm to go off. It's very creepy and unsettling. And if it goes off for too long, he's just pawing at me like, "Get out of bed. This is my spot."
He's gonna kill you.
I've had a dog and a cat in my life who have an incredible, what do they call it, an internal clock?
Yep.
Where that cat is standing on my chest 2 or 3 minutes before my alarm goes off. And he just knows. They're interesting little critters, aren't they? So you hit your snooze button. If you're a regular snooze button banger, you're going to die young, and it's not going to be pretty, according to this year's latest report. All the terrible things it does to you. You're at higher risk of heart disease. You have an impaired immune system. Maybe that's what's happening with you three people while you're always getting sick. Your immune system has been shredded by your snooze button over the years. You're extra groggy if you're a snooze button banger, which leads to car accidents, workplace injuries. You fall off a building or something like that. Workplace injuries are increased.
Ashley, people are concerned about you keeping your phone under your pillow, fire hazards, and you're radiating your brain, a few people have said.
You're
whatever.
cooking your brain.
It's worth the risk.
Yeah.
What else? I mean, this is 3 pages long. The different ways that your snooze button is eventually going to kill you.
Oh, Sand Farmer Jesus has a theory on how you sleep, Ashley. Do you keep your phone under your pillow so your man doesn't check it? Not going through any photos or text messages?
No. I didn't want to bring up the baby again, but I would normally have an alarm that blares, but I can't. I don't really have that option anymore, so that's why.
Gotcha.
Using your snooze button is a sign of chronic sleep deprivation. It's associated with premature aging. Look at me, Cubby. I think maybe I caught that.
Well, how many times do you hit it? Do you have, do you do what Ashley's husband does? You set your alarm way earlier than you need to get up?
No. Probably once in the morning, in the afternoon, because I take a nap every single day of my existence. In the afternoon, I'll finger blast that snooze button 3 or 4 times. So quite often, if you add it all up.
What would happen if you didn't set an alarm in the afternoon? Like if I take a nap, I never really sleep too long.
We're wired very differently.
Yeah.
If I didn't set an alarm, I would sleep for hours and hours and hours. I love to sleep.
Really?
I'm great at it. There's nobody better. But we're wired differently. I think, Josh, you have a hard time turning your brain off. I don't have that problem. So, yeah, if I didn't set an alarm, anytime I fall asleep, if I don't set an alarm, I could be there for days.
And
Like
you
you-
nap in your bed, right?
I mix it up, couch, bed,
Oh, okay. I think if I
bathroom,
napped
floor,
in,
garage.
Wendy's parking lots.
Yeah.
I think if I napped in my bed, then I could definitely go like 10 hours, but not on the couch.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. If you thought, Nick, you probably couldn't go all the way through the night, could you? Like if you didn't
yeah.
send, you really think you could?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's impressive.
So you're saying,
Like,
I come into work here, we go through the motions here. I go home, I have something to eat, I fall asleep this is my regular routine actually is, we get out of here about 10:30. By noon, I'm unconscious. Could I sleep then until the next morning? Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. If no one bothered me, if no alarm went off, I'm not saying I could do it every day, but a couple days a week, I could see myself just saying piss on it and
That
staying in.
sounds so nice.
It messes with your hormones when you finger blast your snooze and you don't, high blood pressure, extra belly fat. You'll grow some extra belly fat.
Yeah, I'm checking all these boxes
It's
here.
a strain on your heart.
You're thin now.
Oh, thank you.
It's a strain on your heart rhythm. I have heart rhythm issues, but it started way before I got into this business. Your metabolism goes to hell. And it's all of these conditions are linked to a shorter lifespan. So, kiss your ass goodbye.
Seems to me lack of sleep is much worse. I forget if you had the same experience, Nick, but I had an appointment with my neurologist, and he was asking about sleep, and I told him, and he got legitimately mad at me. I mean, if you have epilepsy there's certain triggers, and one of them is not getting enough sleep. And I'm like, well, what can I do? With our work schedule and stuff like that, I'm doing my best here. But he was legitimately upset. He scolded me like a father might.
Maybe he was hungover or something.
I don't know.
But what did he say?
Well, he just thought he thought I needed more. He thought it was ridiculous.
Well,
When
what is your regular? See, again, if you ever nap, it's like 20 minutes, and that is not a nap. That's a moment in time. So what is your schedule exactly?
I'm better now, but at the time it was like between 4 and 5 hours, and on the weekend maybe between 6 and 7.
You're saying no napping during the day, and then at night you get 4 or 5 hours.
And so I'm probably closer to 5 or 6 now. But yeah, he was like, honestly, he was kind of a dick about it. As if
Tell him to mind his damn business.
Well, I was kind of taken aback. Like, this was not a personal affront against you. It's just kind of how it is right now.
It's gonna cost. It's not. I would have said it's not going to cost you a dime if I die.
Yeah, well, yeah.
What are you so?
Yeah, the more sick I am, the more I'm in here.
I got a mother already.
When we had our most recent physicals, we have to have them once a year by the end of September or something like that. And I got mine, and she asked about my sleep schedule, and I told her, and she goes, "Yeah, no, okay, no, but seriously though, like how much hours of sleep do you get?" She thought I was joking when I told her my standard sleep schedule during the week.
Well, what is your standard sleep schedule?
I probably get 2 to 3 hours a night.
What about during the day?
Half-hour nap.
What?
Why do you do that?
Are you alive?
It's so bad.
You're another
I
one of
can't
these.
sleep. I have insomnia. I have since I was
You
a kid.
really have? Have you ever mentioned this before?
I believe so, yeah.
Have you tried pills or anything?
Yeah, melatonin, but that will knock you out quickly, give you some weird dreams, and then you're up for the rest of the night.
Dude, that's
tried-
insane because, obviously lately there's been weeks where I average about 3 hours a night, and I can feel myself start to go insane. Like, it's not It's not good.
No, I'm with you on that.
Honestly, Dana, if I were you, I would have killed somebody by now.
Maybe he has.
Yeah, how do you know, Al?
Have you tried masturbation? That'll put you to sleep.
Oh, that's a good point.
You're another one of these guys that you worry a lot.
Yep.
You have anxiety. You just can't let yourself rest.
Exactly.
Your brain doesn't allow you to
Doesn't
rest.
turn off.
I feel sympathy for the both of you.
What about if you get good and drunk? Do you get good sleep then?
But then that's just they've so many studies. Like we've talked about.
Yeah,
that's
don't
like the
listen to
crappy
those
kind of
studies.
sleep.
Go out and get good and drunk.
Yeah.
I hear that all the time. Well, when you drink too much, you don't get real sleep. Don't care. It's enough for me, okay? It's enough for me.
Dana, you just replace one problem with another.
Like I said before, Dana, before I started reading all of these facts on if you hit the snooze button, it's going to kill you in the end. I'm not buying all of this, So just because someone says, well, when you get drunk, you don't get good, do whatever you got to do.
That's a good point.
Do whatever you got to do. Doctors aren't 100% friggin' accurate all the time. And trust me, I'm not one of these anti-doctor, anti-do-my-own research. I'm not that guy. I'm just saying you don't got to follow all of their orders. Look at what doctors put together as far as what makes us obese or not. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Basically, every human body is technically obese by
Right.
that age-old scale that they made in like the 1940s about your height and weight.
I don't
Right.
think there's any personal trainer or anybody that's in fitness that go ahead, text fitness that believes in BMI and things like that.
Yeah.
They all say it's just a joke.
I remember the
Yeah.
first time I plugged it in I was in college, I was in good shape, and I put it in my height and weight, and they're like, oh, dude, you're effed. I'm like, oh, okay. Shoot.
You are somehow 120% fat.
Yeah.
You mentioned fitness people. What did you say there, Josh?
Fitness,
Fitness
personal trainer.
personal trainers, yeah.
Was your brother was a personal trainer, wasn't he?
Yeah, I think he still does a little bit of it.
Oh, does he still?
I think he's still, yeah. He goes to gyms and shows little skinny peckerheads how to bench press and whatnot. Hollers at him like Josh's doctor. I dated a personal trainer
Oh, I remember her.
back in the day. She had some interesting ideas as to what you should put in your body and whatnot. She's the one who made me a plate full of, I mentioned it not that long ago. She's the one who pushed a plate of spaghetti squash in front of me and expected me to eat it.
Yum.
You guys are familiar with Big Bearded Jared, of course, longtime friend of the show. He says his BMI makes him obese. And
Well, that
that's
dude's cut.
He's one of the most cut. It's just because how tall he is and how muscular he is. I could see, that's why people say it's a joke.
Yeah.
You want to hear more problems that we got to deal with?
Sure.
As if we don't have enough. Here's some more problems we got to deal with. Specifically, Josh mentioned personal trainers. How about fitness influencers? Okay. They've got their own set of problems, including, according to what I'm reading here, fitness influencers, they have a hard time getting laid or even going on a date because they're just too attractive.
Oh, I thought it was because they're too busy making stupid videos all the time.
Oh,
Videos are so stupid, actually.
That is such a humble brag, right?
what do you think about that, Josh? Is that a humble brag?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I just can't land a date. It's miserable out there. I'm so tired of people saying I'm too attractive to date.
I've known people like that in my personal life, and they say, I just think people are intimidated to come up and talk to me because I'm so good looking.
Oh, shove it.
Would you agree that they are very good looking?
They're good looking, sure, but it's not like
not intimidation
not
level?
like holy crap.
Yeah, it's not like seeing Ryan Gosling at Whole Foods or something.
Like,
Not
oh my
Anya
God,
Taylor-Joy?
Yeah, Sydney Sweeney's at the bar. Oh, I could never go talk to her. I mean, yeah, they're good looking, but settle down.
I don't know any fitness influencers. I don't.
I mean, my wife does that for not a fitness influencer. She's worked at gyms her whole life. But she can't call her a fitness influencer. I don't even know. Don't even know one. It seems like sometimes you Tony, what's his nuts? My God, I'm forgetting everything.
Tony Randall,
No.
star of The Odd Couple from the 60s.
Richard Simmons, would he be the original influencer?
He's probably the Godfather,
He's got to be one of them.
Jane Fonda,
Jane
right.
Fonda would be another one.
I suppose.
Suzanne Summers.
Okay, so yeah, fitness influencers are so friggin' attractive that they can't get laid with $100 hanging out their zipper.
If you truly believed that about yourself, would you ever in a million years say that to another person?
No.
There's no way I would ever say that.
No.
If I was confident, if I thought for sure, it's obviously because of how good looking I am. There's no way I could say those words out loud.
No, you couldn't say that out loud because you've got a certain amount of
Tony Little.
class. Tony Little?
Yes, thank you, brother and sister.
Never heard of him. Good-looking people tend to have many life advantages. It says here, by damn it does.
Pretty privilege.
And you're right, Ashley. They call it right here pretty privilege. But there's also, look out for this. If you have lived a life of pretty privilege and you think you're on easy street, because there's something called the beauty backfire effect that'll sneak up and bite you in the ass, good-looking people. The beauty backfire effect. And that's the route that these fitness influencers are going. That's what the fitness influencers are saying. The beauty backfire effect is tearing them to pieces. They say they have a hard time getting a piece of ass or even going on a damn date because the opposite sex finds them too attractive and therefore thinks that they are out of my league. I can't even talk to this person. So you see what happened now?
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's nice to know they'll give some civilians a chance if they'd only approach them.
But imagine going up to somebody at the bar and saying, well, I notice how gorgeous you are, and I'm sure most people are intimidated to come talk to you, but here I am giving it a shot.
I also think, wouldn't that be the person you would really not want to be with when you find that out about them? Let's say you do approach them. And
you find out that
hey, thank you so much. I'm so hot. Usually people don't do this.
Right.
I mean, they move on to somebody else.
They have that high of an opinion of themselves right from the get-go.
we'd have sex somewhere in the neighborhood of 300 or 400 times, and then it would be over. Nobody's got it easy. Everybody's got their own problems. Dana can't sleep. Josh can't sleep. Fitness influencers can't get laid.
Yeah, not buying that at all.
Yeah, I think they're doing okay.
Yeah, I'm sure all they really got to do is ask. Mm-hmm. There is a pretty privilege, though.
Tell me about pretty privilege.
Well, I think very attractive people do get more leeway than us regular slobs.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yep.
Absolutely. I've always wanted that pretty privilege. I've wanted people to step aside and say, ooh-wee, make way for this sumbitch. Look how good looking he is. I've wanted that.
Yeah, that would feel pretty good.
One of my old buddies, and he was a good-looking sumbitch. He was. Chicks were all over this effing guy. It kind of went to his head now and again. When we were young guys, 21, 22, he was seeing some scorching hot blonde, his fifth new girlfriend of the month, Dude had life dicked for a while there. And he's seeing this scorching hot blonde. And we're busting his chops about it because he was, prettying himself up in the mirror to go see this blonde. And we're busting his balls about it. And he said this to us. Look, boys, I know you guys expect me to date somebody hot. And we all said, okay, here we go. What kind of person says that out loud? I know you guys expect me. We don't expect dick out of you, bro. Come on.
We don't really care.
No,
either.
We don't care. Like we were hanging on his every word.
Right.
Who are you going to see tonight?
Oh, I'm going to stay up late when you come home and tell the story.
I got to hear all the stories. He did all right. He did real well.
The best-looking guy I've ever met, and was a friend of mine that worked here in this building when I first started. He was a sales guy. I've never met anybody else that good-looking. And he was the perfect wingman because he was gay.
Oh!
So we'd go out to bars, he'd attract the women, and he'd have to say, hey, I'm gay, I'm not, it's not my thing, but here are my buddies, you might be interested in one of them. And my
bro over here likes vagina.
Yeah, he'd be happy to, And so he was awesome for that. Now, we weren't necessarily very successful, but every once in a while, one of us might be able to talk to one of those girls.
I don't care who you are. You can be my wingman.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He was something else.
Just a magnet. Well, there you go. Speaking of good-looking people, Eric, his name isn't Eric, Marcus Foligno. My wife's got a couple of girlfriends who would kill for a crack at Marcus Foligno, and they're always on my ass about it.
He definitely besides the fact that, he's a professional athlete, but
And a badass.
Pretty privilege written all over him.
Yeah, he's very handsome.
He's gorgeous. I mean, he could do just about anything.
I
and
think
I'd be
he's
like, it's all right.
I think he's fairly average looking. But anyway, these friends of my that was a joke. These friends of my wife's, how do I say that, Josh? These friends of my wife, they think because we have the dude on the show that everywhere I go, Marcus Foligno will follow.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Hey, what are you guys doing tonight? Going out to dinner? Is Marcus Foligno going to go? No.
What?
No. I mean, we don't have that kind of relationship.
He, just by looks, without knowing what he did, kind of looks like you'd find him on a yacht registry somewhere.
Sure.
He has kind of that pretty boy look, but he's such
Yeah.
a badass. And then, like you said, Ashley, a professional athlete. I'm sure he's doing very well financially. I could see why those girls would kill for him.
About a year
He's
ago,
like the perfect guy.
About a year ago or so, my wife and I were at a bar one Saturday afternoon just hanging out and having a good conversation. There's something on the TV, but, no sound on or something, and it's one of those Becoming Wild things where it's a behind-the-scenes, a look into the life of a Wild player. And my wife looks up and sees Marcus Foligno, and they have his name underneath. She goes, that's the guy on your show? Because she doesn't follow hockey. I go, yeah, no, that's Marcus. And she goes, oh. And then the conversation just kind of stopped. And as I was talking, she was just staring at the TV the entire next half hour, just watching him walk around his cabin, hang out with his kids. and stuff.
Yes.
Is that the one where he was jumping off the dock into the water
Yes.
shirtless?
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about because we were at a restaurant too, and all the ladies just start turning around and watching this. He's like, oh, he's got his shirt off now, and he's a family man.
Yup, he's playing with his kids and stuff.
They're so you've seen it too.
Yeah, he's just such
Telling
a
their husbands
heartthrob.
to shut up so they can watch
Oh,
Marcus.
I just immediately pulled up my phone. I'm like, all right, well, she's checked out for the next half hour.
That's hilarious. Yeah, we had the exact same experience then.
Like the David Beckham Burger King commercial.
Yeah.
I think we were on our way to a Wild game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think we were, because I know we were down off West 7th there. We were getting ready. I think we were getting ready to go.
So
I like when I go to Wild games with my mom because then we can really girl out about the players. When I go with my husband, I can't. I feel like it's kind of rude to sit there the whole time and be like, oh, there's that hottie. Oh my gosh, I'm drooling, stuff like that. But when I go with my mom, we're just mouth open the whole time, just drool pouring out. Gosh, it's so fun.
I thought you said your husband was totally cool. He'd be the one that would point that out. He's kind of done that before.
he would, but I don't like to, I don't like to hammer it too much.
Rub it in.
Yeah.
Don't you feel a little creepy when your mother is lusting over 20-year-old men?
Nah.
So Marcus Foligno, speaking of pretty people, will be here at 8 o'clock. Haven't talked to him in a couple weeks.
He's got it all.
Speaking of people who, looks aren't everything. Speaking of people who aren't as pleasing to the eye, Randy Shaver will be with us at 7:30.
He does all right.
Maybe 40 years ago. We got to take a break. The stupid news is next on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or Skims, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
How you doing over there, Cubby?
Solid. How about yourself? Doing
I'm
good?
all right.
Feeling better?
At best, I'm okay. Okay. You're solid.
Yeah.
Well, you're built for this here because we got a full-on stupid news report. We're going to need you. We are. Let's begin today's report with another plane ride nightmare. It's one thing, in my opinion, it's one thing if you and your gross significant other want to go ahead and bump gear in the teeny tiny airplane bathrooms. Sounds awful to me, but some folks look at that whole Mile High Club gimmick as a bucket list thing, whatever. That's one thing. It's a totally different animal when a couple of derelicts got to stroke each other off while sitting in their effing seats on the airplane. They're making it everybody else's problem at that point, and that's not cool at all.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Nobody wants to watch you get fingered, stupid, on an airplane,
hated it.
On an airplane or anywhere else. You've seen it and you've hated it.
I've seen it, and I don't like it.
On an airplane.
Not on an airplane, but on a public transportation device.
Oh, God.
You guys might be surprised to know this, but I can be a little weird. And PDA, I've never been a fan. I've committed the offense a couple times, and
sure.
I'm horribly embarrassed.
Yeah.
To the point I remember exactly the instances.
Yeah.
And sometimes it wakes me up at night, and I think, what the hell was I doing? I don't like it so much now for some reason. And it's not like a judgmental thing. I get uncomfortable. Even in movies now, like if there's kissing scenes, I skip ahead. That just started about a year ago.
Really?
Wow, that's next level.
And
man.
I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. It's just an uncomfort thing.
That is really strange.
Yeah, more than like anything else.
You skip through all sex scenes, make-out scenes, anything in a motion picture?
Absolutely. And when I was going through my sexual revolution, the genesis of erections and things like that as a middle schooler and older, if I was watching at a buddy's house, if they had cable and went at HBO, when it would pop up each letter telling you what's in there, here comes the V, okay, there's some violence in here, there's the L for language, please get the S or the N for nudity. And once that popped up, I was so psyched about it.
So when you were a kid, you loved to watch sex on film.
I wanted to see naked ladies, you know?
Were naked women. You weren't bothered by PDA when you were a kid, but now it's gotten to a point where you won't even watch it in a movie.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know what.
You did
changed.
start this conversation by saying, I can be a little weird.
Well, I didn't want to shock you. I wanted to set it up so you weren't totally blown away by
And the
it.
way you described your adolescence, by God, that was evidence that you can be a little weird.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I can understand that to a certain extent, though, Josh. If it's like one of those scenes and it's kind of awkward, I will look away or distract myself with my phone or zoom ahead.
Well, what do you mean a little awkward?
Like if
Like a salad tossing or something?
No, I don't know. It's just weird. Like if you get a weird vibe from it.
Huh. That is something, Josh. That's very unique.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like I said, it's just been the last year or so where
When I see
skip it.
when I see a couple taking it too far in public, yeah, I can't help but say, come on, right? They're just swallowing each other's faces and, that whole gimmick. When I see that in public, I can't help but say, for Pete's sake, what are we in 7th grade? But in a movie, doesn't even cross my mind. That's really interesting.
Corrugated Maintenance Jesus said I should try the Ed Gein show on Netflix and see how far you make it. Well, we've actually talked about this. I made it 25 minutes.
Yeah, you did not make it far at all.
That was it.
Actually, I can think of an example of a time you probably thought it got uncomfortable. The show Euphoria on HBO. You watched that, right?
Yes.
There were some very uncomfortable sex scenes in that show.
Yeah, that definitely that one. That weirded me out. That was hard for me to watch a lot. Like at least once every episode, I'd have to look away. It's like secondhand embarrassment.
So here we got a couple on an airplane. They didn't duck into the bathroom to fold each other in half. They started doing all kinds of hand stuff right there in their seats. And they're going to court, or they did go to court. Did I mention that yet? I'll get there. So, yeah, that's ridiculous. Right there in the chairs where everyone can see you. Who do you think you are?
You should get in trouble for
Yeah,
that.
who do you think you are?
Just wait to do in the back of the Uber when you land like a real adult.
Did you call it a Uber?
He did call it a Uber.
That was
you call
adorable.
it? Or did you misspeak?
I think I just misspoke. Yeah, no, I call it Uber.
Did you call it an Uber?
I'm going to call it Uber now.
Me too.
Dana, there's always one word. when you say something, you can almost bank on it. There's one word that kind of goes awry.
That's not going to come out right.
Right.
You know what? You sounded fancy is what you did.
Yeah.
It's like the commercials. I'm like, it was always a Jaguar, and now it's a Jaguar.
Oh, my dear, I will fetch us a Uber.
Have you noticed that in the commercials? Jaguar.
Yeah, you sounded French. So, I mean, no, don't get me wrong. If somehow Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan are on the plane, I'm there too, and they end up violently scissoring each other in the aisle, I'll naturally appreciate that like everyone else. That's the only acceptable scenario. This is a married couple that I'm talking about. They were arrested a couple of months ago for their allegedly disgusting sexual behavior on an airplane. But from what I understand, they're not going to face any charges for what they did to each other out in the open where everyone could see them. It says here, prosecutors have declined to pursue felony charges against the gal. Her name is Trista Riley. She's 43. The dude, Christopher Arnold, he's 42. So here's what they did. A fellow female passenger told cops that she was traveling with her 2 kids, and she said during the takeoff, she spotted the gal, Riley again is her name, she spotted the gal, quote, jagging off her male companion. And again, the dude's name is Arnold. The witness said the 2 of them noticed that kids were watching them and they didn't stop.
Yucky.
That is an oogly scene. That is a oogly scene.
Oogly. Not only that, the witness lady said that after a stretch of time, the Riley gal got herself into position to dump some noggin on the dude. A flight attendant also watched the BJ happen, and he said it looked kind of like a lazy BJ. Aren't those the worst?
There's no
that?
heart in it.
No.
Just like going through the motions?
Just
is that
a
what you mean?
lazy BJ. Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Trying to get it over with.
Like Ashley said, there's no heart behind it. There's no spirit behind it. It's just kind of lazy. Those are the worst. So anyways, this stupid couple, they were in trouble at first. They went to court, but now apparently they're off the hook. The airline, hilariously, it was a JetBlue airline.
Sure.
They haven't decided yet if they want to dump a permanent ban on these 2 for making everybody sick to their stomachs.
I don't know that they should be charged with a felony, but certainly there should be something. A ban is reasonable. I mean, if I owned that airline or was in charge, I'd say, yeah, we don't need you on our planes anymore.
I have a friend.
Especially when there's so many headlines saying jet blown and things like that. So all of a sudden, you have to be associated with that because these two couldn't keep their hands and mouths off each other.
I've got a friend who's been a long-time flight attendant, and she says that if a couple asks for a blanket, they know that hand stuff is about to happen.
Oh, yeah, it's just like in a movie or something. Anytime there's somebody with a blanket in a movie, I think, for Pete's sakes, there's going to be some jerking off here.
Oh, great. Now I'm just going to think. Now I'm not going to be able to ever ask for a blanket or bring a blanket.
Because they know you're going to do hand stuff, Ashley.
I'm just cold, guys.
Nope, you're doing hand
I
stuff.
like being cozy.
I also get cold. Josh mentioned earlier that he's reached a point in his life, he can't explain it. He's reached a point in his life now where even public displays of affection on his television, in a movie or a television program, he fast forwards through the scene. It makes him uncomfortable. You're not alone. A listener texted in by the name of I Love Boobs Jesus, and he says he gets bothered by the kiss cam at ball games. He never wants to be on it, and he never wants to see it. He doesn't like the kiss cam. Makes him feel a little squeamish.
Yeah, I think I've looked away on that. Somebody, where was this? Somebody brought up Last House, Park and Rec, Jesus. Was it Last Cabin on the left?
I don't know.
Is that the one with that horrible scene?
No, that's Last House on the left.
Okay, so that must be the one he means.
Gosh.
Last House. That is the. I was so enraged. I've never experienced this ever watching something like this. I was so mad at that scene and how long it lasted and just what a horrible thing it was.
Well, it was a rape scene.
Yeah,
It was traumatizing.
Right, it was. It was terrible. It was I can't watch any of those types of things, and I'm watching it. It's going forever. I'm stuck in this movie theater. I was so mad. This is how ridiculously mad I was, and I usually keep my cool.
Stuck in the movie theater.
That sucks, dude.
I couldn't believe it. I just couldn't. I was so mad. I thought about writing the actors and their parents. I mean, I just became a total Karen before that was a thing. Like, I can't believe this exists in a movie. Why would that even happen? It was awful.
That's not fair that you were trapped in a movie theater.
And I understand if you're going to text and say, well, the point is to show how bad they are. But it gets to a point, like, I get it. If you even insinuate a rape, you're a terrible, horrible person.
You've become a letter writer?
Well, I
Or
never
you
did.
almost did?
I thought about it.
Dear
it's kind of like
sir.
in Rambo, just Rambo. Remember the bad guy, it's like they kept throwing more and more stuff on him like we didn't already realize. He's throwing babies into the fire and molesting kids and stuff. We're like, all right, we understand this is a very bad guy.
They want to establish who the evil character is, so
As
you
if,
root for his eventual death at the end of the movie.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, it's like, okay, he's burning babies. Is there one more thing they have to add on to that? Is there a tipping point for someone where that's not enough?
Yeah, good point.
Here's another silly court case that got thrown out. Hell, this happened 3 years ago, and it recently went to court, and it went nowheres. A lady in New Jersey filed a lawsuit against a big ol' indoor fun park. She attempted to sue the park because a group of kids called her a Karen while she was in line for the go-karts. That's friggin' hilarious.
She proved them wrong, didn't she?
Yeah.
I'm no Karen. I'm going to get my lawyer involved.
So this actually went before a judge. Here's the deal. This 55-year-old woman was at a birthday party at a park in New Jersey called I Play America, big indoor setup. This gal had her 2 kids with her. Well, this sucks. A worker at the park told her she was too short to ride on the go-karts. She did not meet the height requirement for the go-kart ride. Man, as a grown adult, that would hurt.
She's got to be pretty darn short.
Yeah, I'd never even heard of something like that before.
This short little lady.
I mean, kids go on those.
Yeah, they do. This short little lady, here we go. She asked to speak to the manager about being ruled too itty-bitty to drive the go-karts. She told the manager, look, I've driven the go-karts before at the park many, many times, and nobody said dick about my height. So they're having this argument. All this time, there's a pile of young kids waiting for their turn to raise hell on the go-karts. And the kids got a little antsy, waiting for this lady to have this long argument with the manager. So the kids started shouting at this puny little lady. According to the mini mom, they called her a, quote, white bitch. And they called her a Karen. Get out the way, Karen. Trying to ride the go-karts. After all that noise, she said she felt discriminated against and terribly embarrassed and humiliated because she was wrongfully denied access to the flippin' go-kart ride. Remember, all this mess happened in front of her own 2 children. They got to see their mother made out to be a damned fool.
Get out of the way, shorty.
In court, it was decided that the fun park was not responsible for preventing other guests from yelling terrible words at her.
So I looked up the height requirement, and it's 4'8".
She's so little.
Wow, that's really small.
My mom's 4'11". I was wondering if my mom would be tall enough. She's 4'11", so 4'8".
Yeah, that's very small in stature.
Safety concerns.
Yeah,
I hate.
You can't have some little character shooting out that go-kart and landing on the floor and rolling around, right? You can't.
Yeah. I hate when people use that line in situations where it's like, well, I was able to do it before. Why can't I do it now? It's like, well, the person that let you do that before wasn't following the rules. I'm sorry.
They didn't care. This is a good point from Robert. Weird. She can't drive a go-kart, but she's probably the one that drove to the fun park.
Right.
Maybe she shouldn't be driving either. Too little.
She's got to be sitting on a 5-gallon bucket or something.
Yeah, how does she reach the pedals? What?
On a Journey, Jesus asks of my mom, is she tall enough to get Wendy's? Yeah, of course she is. Text back. What do you mean by that? Yes, my mom is tall enough.
I don't remember
to
there
get
ever
Wendy's.
being a height requirement to get Wendy's.
Yeah, you're going to have to clarify that.
Yeah, text Josh back on that. Okay, I'm going to be entering a brand new world here. Never heard of anything like this in my life, so I'll accept any and all assistance. Maybe the rest of you are in the dark, too. We'll do our damnedest here. Colder weather is on the way here very shortly. I don't know about the rest of you, but I let my motor vehicle idle before I drop my narrow ass into the driver's seat. Once it turns cold, I like to let my vehicle cook.
Do you have a specific time? Like, I'm not going in there under 3 minutes, or just kind of whatever?
Just whatever. I just need it to. It doesn't need to be 15 minutes, although that's beautiful. That's beautiful. But just a couple, 3 minutes is all I need. So I like to let that sumbitch idle. Here's this brand new world I was telling you about. It's a little something here in New York City called the Big Apple Citizen Idling Complaint Program. Now, it's nothing new out that way. It says here the Big Apple Citizen Idling Complaint Program cut loose back in the year of 2019. The program is this. Street snitches record videos of idling trucks and buses, supposedly spewing air pollution, right? And they get paid, these snitches get paid every time they sell somebody out to the cops. Are you able to follow that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But the word is, so many peckerhead snitches were joining in on this bit, calling the police up and reporting an idling vehicle. Some of those pricks were making so much money with that gimmick that it's going to be shut down. It's over.
It's kind of nuts. I mean, would you even ever consider it? I would just, if let's say you saw the headline, I wouldn't even think about it. For no real reason, I just, But if when you hear the numbers of what some of these people are making,
right,
you might change your mind.
At first, I would have zero interest until, like Josh said, Some character who's in charge of the operation said, we're not doing this program anymore. It's become an occupation. The program was never meant to be an occupation. Some of the snitches who call themselves bounty hunters, that's stupid, but they do. They call themselves bounty hunters.
That's too cool a name for what they're doing.
Right, walking around with your cell phone recording video of a fish truck where the driver left the engine running a little bit because it's cold outside. Some of them were pulling down 6 damn figures, just roaming around town, just roaming around looking for idling motor vehicles. Now, like I said, the Big Apple's Citizen Idling Complaint Program was launched in 2019. New York City even got Billy Idol, all-time great rocker Billy Idol. They paid him to do an ad or two.
He even did some appearances. People were chanting,
Billy never idles! Billy never idles! Billy never idles!
Billy, he never idles.
You know, Josh, up until 30 seconds ago, I thought that Billy Idol was one of the coolest rock stars that has ever lived. Up until 30 seconds ago.
I still think he is.
In the ad, Billy Idol said, Billy never idles, and neither should you. Idling is polluting. Cut your engine off, is what Billy I used to think he was cool. Fines in New York City for leaving a vehicle running were between $350 to $2,000 to leave a vehicle idling. And the snitches were getting paid percentages of all that monies. One dude pulled down $895,000 as a snitch. A number of others pulled down $700-some-thousand doing this.
Does that
$500,000, $500,000 and more.
Does that change your mind at all, Ashley?
Changes my mind.
I know you hate snitches. You always say what happens. They get stitches.
Yes, they do.
And you'd stab somebody. But when you're talking close to $1 million,
oh, that's
I'd be the biggest.
hard.
I'd be the biggest bitch in the city. I would. The program involves simply taking telephone videos of trucks idling for more than 3 minutes or school buses idling for more than 1 minute, and you submit that footage to the police. Once word spread about how much cash a regular dickhead could make with this bit, more than 100,000 different peckerheads were out on the street looking for buses and trucks to see if they were a-running. But now I guess they put a lid on it. It's costing the city too much monies.
Yeah, think about that too. Like, a portion of your taxes are going to those guys running around filming that kind of stuff. I'd imagine none of them were like really cool people before that. They were already inclined to be.
They're already the type of person that, would call the cops on a house party they weren't invited to.
Your lawn's a little too long.
It started with that. It certainly started with those type of characters. But then once word got out about how much money was going around, hell, I bet it was all types of people running around, narking on truck drivers. Narking. I can't believe I said that. I haven't said that out loud since I think I was in 8th grade. We got narked on, we used to say. Who narked? All right, on loan folks. On loan isn't a word. Online folks is what I meant to say. Have been talking up and down about this here video I'm about to tell you. It's a video of a live band playing out of doors down there in Charleston, South Carolina. Your typical cover band. They've got themselves, they got themselves a singer, a bass player, a lead guitar player, a drummer. Older group of fellers. They are. But there's one more jabroni up there on stage who is a member of the band, but he isn't playing an instrument at all. That dude is bellied up to a grill. He cooks up wieners while the band is playing. He cooks up wieners, wraps them in tinfoil, tosses them into the crowd.
I think this is really funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's go into like some of those summer festivals your city might have or whatever, and a lot of times there's a band kind of like this. It's like Nerdy Dads up there, and these guys go all in on the bit. But if somebody was up there grilling, I think I'd have to go to every show.
Yeah.
That's so unique.
Become a groupie. Just follow them around.
They obviously have a great sense of humor.
I'd want...
and a love for meat.
Yeah, I'd want a good spot in the crowd because I absolutely love hot dogs.
Just shove a kid out of the way to get the hot dog.
Oh, yeah.
And these days, to stand out as a band, if you're just going bar to bar, it certainly helps to have a gimmick. And these boys have that nailed. The band goes by the name of Arts, A-R-T-S, Arts Fishing Club. And I get where they're going with that because their whole gimmick is a dad rock thing. The dudes are all wearing tucked-in collared shirts, cargo shorts, tall white tube socks. That's the gimmick.
Total dad shoes.
Oh, yeah.
But just Arts Fishing Club, it's difficult to say. That's my only complaint. We just go with Ronnie's or Donnie's or...
Metallica.
Oh, that would have been fine.
Rot Sabbath.
Arts Fishing, it just doesn't bounce. But that's I'm being too picky. So their whole bit is this dad rock thing. The dude who's running the grill, he's got, of course, a hilarious mustache and a do-rag on. It's just, they want to be as awkward as possible up there. They want to look as over the hill as possible. But what a niche, if that's the word that they've found.
If in, some groups will have a hype man where they don't really do anything much but run around the stage and kind of be the hype guy.
Rap?
Yeah.
Rap
Yeah, like
groups?
rap usually, right?
Yeah.
The only thing these guys need is the other dad standing behind the grill kind of giving suggestions to the dude manning the grill.
Oh,
And that
you
would be
might want to flip that one over.
Yeah, it'd be the perfect dad. Oh, those are some excellent lines.
Yep.
Look at those lines. Looking good.
Is this video up on our website of Arts Fishing Club?
Yes, it is.
I wonder if they got the idea from Rush. Rush fans know this. On a couple of Rush tours, they intentionally had something bizarre going on stage during their show, so folks would look to each other and say, what the hell? I saw Rush many years ago, and the band's up there doing their thing. Brilliant, genius, everything you'd expect from Rush. And they had a series of rotisserie grills on the stage with real rotisserie chickens spinning, and every 4 or 5 minutes, some random guy with an apron and a chef's hat would come out onto the stage, check on the chickens, and then go backstage again.
That's
I
so
bet
funny.
it smelled amazing.
I don't know if I noticed a smell of. They also had one tour where they had big, giant industrial dryers on stage with bedding inside, spinning, right? And every once in a while, someone would come out with a laundry basket and put the sheets into the basket and walk off stage.
Just for no reason?
Yeah, for
That's
no
funny.
reason
That's
at all.
great.
Yeah.
Was it brother and sister would help me out? Was it the Zach Brown band where he brings around like basically a what do they call it, food truck on his tour and grills out? I think sometimes for fans ahead of time. I know there's a group that does that. That's such a cool idea.
Well, that'd be right, though, because he's the chicken fried guy.
They do.
What does that mean? Is that
I
a song?
like my chicken fried.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's
I don't know
one of
too
his
much.
biggest hits.
I've just seen articles on it.
There's a food truck where?
I think the artist is the Zach Brown band. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. And he tours around with a food truck.
Oh,
and
so-
so before shows,
Oh.
they'll kind of like tailgate before the shows and make barbecue and stuff.
Sounds fun. All right. Closing things out. We got to hurry up here. You were likely unaware of this, but you might want to get a look at the pictures. It was Fat Squirrel Week down in Texas recently. Fat Squirrel Week. There was a fat squirrel contest, and a squirrel by the name of Chunkosaurus Rex won the whole friggin' thing.
Very
They
cute.
used a system similar to that of Fat Bear Week with a bracket and people voting, and it came down to the final two. And here's their names. Chunkosaurus Rex versus Chunk Norris.
Oh my
gosh. Can you guess
They're
the
both
winner?
so chubby.
And the winner was Chunkosaurus Rex.
They were tickled by that story, for sure.
It says here squirrels from all across the state of Texas competed in the Texas Parks and Wildlife Fat Squirrel Contest. They were looking, obviously, for the biggest, fattest, sloppiest squirrels from all of the Texas state parks. Chunkosaurus Rex, who hangs out in a place called Dinosaur Valley State Park, he was the winner. It was a bracket-style competition using pictures of the squirrels that were then posted up on social media, and folks got to vote. Chunkosaurus Rex defeated, as you heard the news dorks say, Chunkosaurus Rex defeated a squirrel called Chunk Norris. He also beat out a squirrel called Nutella.
This is up on 93x.com.
And one other. Yeah, it's awesome. I appreciate that. People are going to want to see these squirrels. One other squirrel, one other sumbitch was called Stanley the Texas Tank, but he did not win. Folks who know Chunkosaurus say he moves surprisingly fast for his size and weight. He's got a big fat ass, they said.
I think we've got one in our yard that could definitely be a part of this contest. He's not up to Chunkosaurus size, but he's getting up there.
A little beefy?
Yeah.
This time of year, squirrels start packing on the pounds for winter. You know, the honeymoon's over. They're going to let themselves go.
Yep.
So this time of year, you can find some fat-ass squirrels.
Yeah, I love fat squirrels.
Any fat animal's pretty cute, don't you think?
A gal we used to work with here in the building, I don't know if you guys were around when she was working here, loved squirrels. Oh, my God, she thought they were the cutest things in the whole world, and she loved to just look out her window and see the squirrels, and she would set up feeders all over the yard. She was just crazy, go nuts for squirrels. And one day, she finally got herself a pet squirrel. And it was a flying squirrel.
Oh, sweet. I've always wanted one of those.
Cool.
But you have to get two. They get lonely and depressed.
Is that right?
Yep.
Loneliness and depression were the least of this flying squirrel's worries. So they kept him caged. They were trying to train him, this gal that we used to work with, and her husband. And she loved her flying squirrel, and she named it, Big Nuts or something like that. And then after a certain amount of time, she and her husband said, okay, we think that our flying squirrel, Fat Nuts, we think we've got him trained well enough. When we leave the house, let's let him have the run of the house.
Oh, yeah.
So he could fly around from counter to counter. They finally trusted him enough, and they went out to dinner, and they came back 3 hours later, and the flying squirrel was dead!
What happened?
Why?
He had, flown behind the stove and got electrocuted or something like that.
I remember this story.
Yeah, and he died back there. And he left a note.
Oh, it was
That's
on
good.
purpose?
Yeah,
That's too bad.
yeah.
Well, actually, you were right. He got lonely.
Yep.
They
Told
should have
you.
got two.
The flying squirrel that died behind the stove. You can look it up on the internet. There's a big story.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
That was the biggest
Yeah,
factor?
the biggest factor, yes.
Oh my god.
He's like 0.01% of the population.
Oh, it's like that? Try though?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Like,
of course. We tried
impossible?
everything. Impossible. Like, unless you're going to be in tears.
Let me explain all this to you. Couple of people talking back and forth. We had a feller playing here for the Vikings a few years ago by the name of Matt Khalil. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, he was our Viking for a while. Matt Khalil. You don't remember that?
No, I do not.
Maybe just one season.
Before me, for sure.
Matt Khalil.
Yeah, way before you.
He was our guest every week, talk about the Vikings
Yeah,
guy?
I think it was, maybe it was even more than one season.
Jesus, I have zero memory of that. Okay.
Well, shoot, when did he start with the Vikings? Like 08?
I
That
have
was a long time ago.
No idea. Offensive lineman, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
high draft pick.
I have vague memories of who he was. I have no memory of him being on our radio show. At any rate, what you heard there was his ex-wife. She goes by the name of Haley Khalil.
Well, she now, on social media, she goes by Haley Bailey. Did you see that?
That's adorable. Yes,
silly.
she's on social media, you guys, and she goes by Haley Bailey. She went on a what do you call those things, Josh? Podcast. She went online and told everyone that the biggest factor in why she had to divorce Matt Khalil a couple years ago was that he was packing too much heat.
My wife and I have an agreement. This was a legitimate conversation we had before we got married. I said, if it ever falls apart, I don't want a prenup or anything like that. Just tell people it's because I'm too big. That's all I ask.
What did you promise her? What story are you going to spin?
Well, I never had to. She never asked for anything.
Okay.
That's her fault.
She wouldn't need any help if she ever got divorced from you.
Well, so I'll do the same for her. I'll say she had too big of a penis. Then it'll be fair.
This Haley Khalil said, more or less, that Matt Khalil's size was killing her. She had to pack her bags and limp out of there. Well, that's why all divorces happen, right, Dana?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's why all divorces happen, Josh.
As far as I'm concerned.
I just looked
So-
him up. 6'6", 315. Yeah, I'm guessing he had a knee swinger going on down there.
That's disgusting. Matt Khalil has yet to comment on this, but he doesn't have to. Why make a comment when your ex-wife is saying all the right things for you?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure once he heard, like, oh, no, what is she saying?
She said it was like a veiny pool noodle.
Yeah. Seen one.
What happened over there, Ashley? Did you hurt yourself?
I just don't like that.
Oh, nobody likes that.
That's
All right, so I'm
yucky.
looking back at what I like to call our calendar. And
Our calendar.
Yeah. We had Matt Khalil on for like 2 years. Or maybe even, let's see. The last time, for like 2 years, so 2 seasons.
Well, he must have really left an impression. He must have been a thrilling guest for me to not remember one single solitary conversation with the man. What's going on? There's a football game tonight, Las Vegas against Denver. The Pigs play in North Carolina tonight. We'll talk to Marcus Foligno at 8 o'clock in the morning. Wolves lost. Randy Shaver coming up at 7:30 with, I just said his name and I lost it.
Marcus
Foligno. Josh's news report is coming up next.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy. Just drop in some details about yourself and see if you're eligible to save money when you bundle your home and auto policies. The process only takes minutes, and it could mean hundreds more in your pocket. Visit Progressive.com after this episode to see if you could save. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
November is heating up for U.S. soccer.
The United States need to be a little more nasty.
Big international friendlies for the men.
Oh, Callum, that was nasty.
And a Black Friday friendly for the women.
The expectations have always been here for this team. We understand that.
Listen anywhere on the go with the Westwood One Sports app. And for behind-the-scenes stories, catch the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
Boy, do we have an episode for you.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
In the 60s, I made love to many, many women, often outdoors, in the mud and the rain. And it's possible a man slipped in. Would be no way of knowing.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
I have literally cried every day. I mean, everybody's just really devastated. I mean, just like, wow, how could this happen? How could this happen in our neighborhood, in this quiet little neighborhood?
A Colorado teacher filmed himself going on a Halloween stabbing rampage with a buck knife made from an antler while naked. And only hours after he'd been seen smiling on his porch, handing out candy to trick-or-treaters.
Perfectly normal, perfectly healthy.
Dropped some acid or something, huh? Uh-oh. That's you!
Bless you!
Ouch.
God, dang it! Oh!
That sounded painful.
Oh, no!
Your glasses fell off.
Oh, my God, I can't see.
At least you did it into the trash can.
Okay, I can see. But who the hell am I? What movie, Johnny Dangerously? What year, 1984? Lead character played by Michael Keaton. Lead female character played by Mary Lou Anner. And an appearance by Joe Piscopo.
The 33-year-old Colorado Springs art teacher and soccer coach was later found fully naked and bloodied, holding a 2-year-old child in his arms when officers arrived just before midnight Friday.
It's the creepiest thing I've heard all day.
I know. Everything. He gets stabbed by an antler.
When they found him, he was naked, covered in blood.
And holding a baby. Yeah, luckily the baby's fine. Police had already received several calls reporting a violent domestic disturbance, and when they confronted him, the suspect told them he'd recorded the attack on his phone in selfie mode.
God, I want to see that video.
He insisted he acted in self-defense, claiming one of the victims tried to bite off his finger, another attempted to strangle him, and in a real leg crosser, the third person was trying to rip off his penis along with his testicles, he said.
He's making all that up.
Cops weren't buying it. In fact, he admitted he didn't really have any good reason why the three people would have attacked him. In the video, he pretended as though he were being strangled. They got me! But police say there was no evidence to support those claims were real, just some very unconvincing acting, as nothing says innocent like a handheld horror flick starring yourself. Neighbors later said they saw him early in the evening calmly handing out candy. School officials confirmed he was a former teacher now. They have fired him from Monument Academy. He was fired after that arrest.
For what?
And they really jumped to conclusions there. And he'd also worked as an educator and junior varsity soccer coach at Palmer Ridge High School.
Yeah, he probably shouldn't be teaching the kids.
No, he just went nuts.
What's going to happen with that junior varsity soccer team? So what did he take?
Well, they didn't say anything about him being on anything. I mean, I guess they'd been called to the home before. Their police were familiar with that house, that he's had some issues in the past.
And how many people did he stab?
3.
Lick me down.
A Florida school briefly battened down the hatches Tuesday after a report of something suspicious at a nearby park. A vampire. Pineapple Cove Classical Academy received the alert and went into lockdown this week, triggering a shelter-in-place. After bracing for bloodsuckers, police soon uncovered the truth behind the terrifying vampire sighting, a 16-year-old boy in costume. And once officers realized the teen was intellectually disabled, the shelter-in-place order was lifted. In the end, authorities confirmed there was never any danger to the school, and once everything was cleared up, no further details about that vampire were released.
I need to know more about the vampire.
This was a couple days after Halloween?
Yeah, this was Tuesday.
He's just...
in the middle of the day.
Doesn't want to let it go.
Yeah, I guess not. Or maybe that's his usual thing. I don't know. A Delta Airlines flight was evacuated at LaGuardia Airport Tuesday after crews reported a bomb threat, the second scare at a major U.S. airport in a day. The Minneapolis-bound flight was preparing to depart about 8 p.m. when crew members reported the threat. Officials moved the plane away from the terminal, and passengers were ushered off as authorities combed through the aircraft and inspected luggage.
We're just evacuated from our plane. We don't know why. The port authorities here, as you can see, surrounded by officials.
The threat came hours after a similar scare at Reagan Washington National Airport, where a caller threatened a United Airlines flight and said it would explode upon landing unless air traffic controllers paid $500,000 in crypto. Well, an air traffic controller right now is not the place to go for a loan.
Nah.
As they're not getting paid, is my understanding.
Oh, I'd be so pissed off if somebody did that to my airplane.
Yeah, can you imagine, too? I'm wondering when they told the passengers they had a threat. Because if it was before they moved away from the terminal, can you imagine the panic? Like, hey, we think there's a bomb on here. We're just going to get further out in case this thing blows up in the next few minutes.
Airports are sketchy these days. I flew to and from Buffalo, New York recently with an expired passport that they just didn't seem to care about.
You need a passport to go to Buffalo, New York?
If you don't have a real ID these days, you do need to use a passport. I don't have the real ID, like the official authentic driver's license type of one. So I have to fly with the passport, and I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed the expired one, and one guy noticed and goes, "Hey, you know it's expired, right?" I go, "Yeah." He goes, "All right, have a good trip."
What? You lucky duck.
Meanwhile, a Delta passenger said they spent a 5.5-hour flight from Florida to Los Angeles sitting next to someone who crapped their pants.
Oh, no.
The traveler described the odoriferous ordeal in a Reddit post titled 5.5-hour flight next to a human biohazard. Upon landing, the seatmate stood up immediately against instructions, and the passenger noticed the full extent of the mess left behind. There were literal poop smears on the seat.
Ew.
And on him, they wrote. I spent an entire cross-country flight marinating in that odor, the post read.
That sounds terrible.
Still stunned while shuffling off the aircraft, the passenger recalled a flight attendant offering sympathy. I'm sorry you had to deal with that. Why didn't you ask for a mask? One of the flight attendants asked.
Oh, I didn't know we had masks.
To which the unlucky traveler responded, Lady, I needed an exorcism. The passenger says Delta apologized and offered them 5,000 miles as compensation.
Yeah, all right. That's pretty cool, I guess.
And what happened with this person that poopied in their pants?
Sounds like it was
older.
A real old guy that even had trouble kind of getting on the plane. Maybe didn't even realize he had poopied himself.
We're all headed in that direction, Cubby.
Someday.
I was gonna say that like you have to fight him for doing that, but no, don't fight an old person.
Sounds like he might not have had a lot of control of that.
Poor guy.
An American father and his son died after being stung by a swarm of hornets while ziplining in Southeast Asia. It's terrible. The 47-year-old Ohio man and his 15-year-old son were on a guided descent from a tree at an adventure resort when hundreds of Asian giant hornets swarmed and stung them repeatedly.
F me.
Despite the severity of the attack, both were conscious when they reached the local clinic. Doctors noted no signs of any shock at first. Still, their condition worsened, and a few hours later, sadly, they passed away. In a statement, a spokesperson for the park said, Green Jungle Park extends its deepest condolences to the family and friends of Daniel and Cooper Owen. Following this incident, we've reviewed all existing procedures. The event is unprecedented in our experience. It was an unforeseeable and extraordinary natural occurrence. The Entomological Society of America notes that the Asian giant hornet is native to Asia and is the largest hornet species in the world.
Oh, I bet that hurt.
They can get up to 2 inches long. Sometimes dubbed murder hornets, which I'm sure you've heard of, the insects cause dozens of deaths each year throughout Asia.
What a horrible deal there. You just...
They're ziplining, for crying out loud.
Trying to have a few laughs. Oh.
A late-night stunt driving complaint in a South Carolina church parking lot went full Garden of Eden when officers found the driver wasn't wearing pants. Officers responded to a North Charleston church about 10:45 p.m. to a report of a nude man driving recklessly. When they arrived, they found empty beer cans and tire marks consistent with the vehicle spinning in circle after circle.
He was the only one over there having fun with
Just him.
The drifting and whatnot? Okay.
Just having a nice night out.
It wasn't a contest or anything. He was the only one.
If it was, everybody else had left.
Yeah.
While patrolling the area, officers got another call about a car stopped in the roadway with its horn blaring and traffic blocked. The 36-year-old North Charleston man was found wearing only underwear and a tank top with a blanket or robe wrapped around him like Moses, but drunk. Apparently, the power of Cristal compelled him, as police say he smelled strongly of alcohol, and a vehicle search revealed thine hath scaleth and yon cocaineth as well. Court records show he also had outstanding warrants. Apparently, in the past, he had pointed a firearm at somebody, and he damaged some property.
Man, I haven't thought about Cristal in a while. That used to be the biggest thing on earth.
I only know about it from rap videos.
Yeah, MTV Cribs. If you didn't have a Scarface poster and a refrigerator full of Cristal, you might as well just not even let MTV into the house.
Yeah, you're not famous. You got to have those. And also, for whatever reason, a fridge with perfectly faced bottles of water.
Yes.
Tons of them. A 20-year-old Arizona man's been indicted after proving that ego, impatience, and a BMW make a dangerous combination. Prosecutors say Rudy Sanchez opened fire on a woman during a road rage tantrum last month, saying he felt disrespected when she honked at him and then didn't apologize.
I love that disrespected bit. That's been my favorite for decades already.
And it's always from people who have not earned it.
Right.
According to police, the victim was behind Sanchez at a red light. When it turned green and he didn't move, she offered him a polite little reminder via her horn. Rather than respond like a grown-up, Sanchez crept forward slowly on purpose, prompting her to change lanes and move ahead. A practical choice, but apparently a grave affront to the BMW driver. Sanchez pulled next to her on the driver's side and began yelling and swearing before asking, "What do you want me to do?" The victim responded, "Well, you were going too slow." She looked away from him, which is when he got the courage to shoot through her car door and into her left leg before speeding away with great honor. SWAT officers tracked him to a Phoenix apartment complex and arrested him as he got back behind the wheel. After his arrest, he made several unsolicited incriminating statements, asking detectives, "You want to know why I did it?" He then went on to tell them he did it because he felt disrespected and he was mad.
Mm-hmm.
He said he wanted the female driver to apologize, but she didn't, so he shot her. The victim survived, though her shattered femur required surgery. And
shattered femur?
Yeah,
Ooh.
and they had to put a metal rod in there as well. Sanchez is due in court early next year.
So long, dickhead.
A Texas woman was arrested and charged after raising hell at a Raising Cane's, drunkenly running over several pedestrians. Around 2 a.m., 21-year-old Antonio Garcia Rios told officers she and her friend had been out partying before another friend picked them up and drove them to a Raising Cane's in Austin for some post-party poultry.
Man, some drunk Raising Cane's sounds amazing.
Yeah. I didn't know they were open that late.
I don't know if they are around here.
Maybe it's just a Texas thing. When their designated driver ducked inside to handle business in the bathroom, Garcia Rios got behind the wheel, deciding she could handle the pickup truck. She could not. Surveillance footage showed the vehicle suddenly jolting forward, hopping a curb, and barreling onto the sidewalk, inconveniently occupied by several people standing nearby. 4 were injured. Garcia Rios was arrested. She was drunk, they said. Because this story took place in Texas, here's a Lone Star State fun fact. For the state of Texas to have the population density of New York City, every single person in the world would have to live there.
Oh, that's very interesting.
How's this guy doing, the one who was the owner of this wonderful pickup truck, knowing his drunk friend just cracked it into the sidewalk? And how was he feeling after he got out?
Yeah, they never commented on that.
Guy goes to take a piss. He comes back and,
Why are there 4 people trapped underneath my F-150?
Right.
Some people break into showbiz. Some break into banks. This guy broke into prison. Police in Canada nabbed a 28-year-old who decided to climb into prison rather than out of one. Around 8:30 p.m. Sunday at Ontario's Grand Valley Institution for Women, the fence-scaling felon found his way inside.
That's why he went in there. It was an institution for women.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Get some, baby. I'm going to get some.
Yeah, it wasn't that, though.
What do you mean?
Once there, he went after the caged heat, but not in the way you might expect. He beat a couple of them up, or at least attempted to.
No, that's what I meant.
The women suffered only minor injuries, thankfully. The intruder suffered the immediate consequences of being spectacularly stupid as he was arrested and then taken to the men's prison.
That's got to be crazy to see. This guy scales a fence, comes over, and starts beating up someone.
What the hell? That's got to be pretty unexpected. New to streaming today is a mix of mystery, historical intrigue, and a deep dive into one of baseball's most experienced penises. Now on Peacock, All Her Fault, starring Dakota Fanning. A suburban couple faces every parent's worst nightmare. Their young child has vanished. Shifting to something historical, Death by Lightning is available on Netflix. Based on the novel Destiny of the Republic, Death by Lightning tracks the rise of President James Garfield and his subsequent assassination. On
He loved lasagna.
Garfield hated Mondays. On HBO Max, the series premiere of Alex vs. A-Rod, told through a series of intimate interviews with Rodriguez. Alex vs. A-Rod explores the dualities of one of the more polarizing figures in sports. Thursday Night Football is a combination of one bored Al Michaels, one outspoken Kirk Herbstreit, along with the Broncos of Denver and the Las Vegas Raiders on Prime Video. Tomorrow's new release list is pretty stacked, so get any doom scrolling or masturbation out of the way now. If you want some new stuff to watch, tomorrow's the day, or this weekend, I should say. Some solid options to occupy your time.
Like what? Why are you going to de-tease us like that? Why don't you just start telling us about it?
It's not much of a de-tease.
Just tell us right now what's coming out.
Well, I don't know if that's any of your business.
I suppose you're right.
Well, that Frankenstein's coming out.
No, you don't have to spoil it all.
Predator Badlands, Nuremberg.
Nuremberg.
A few different ones that are, there's a new Apple TV series that looks kind of weird, but maybe good, Pluribus, coming out tomorrow, too.
Pluribus?
Yeah, Pluribus.
You want to go see Pluribus?
Yeah.
Do you want to go see Nuremberg?
And then we'll go to Raising Cane's.
Yeah, it does kind of sound like a drunk person named those movies, doesn't it? Emma Stone is 37, retired former Kardashian Lamar Odom, 46, Rebecca Romaine, Hubba Hubba, 53. We learned 2 days ago this guy is a great interview and an awesome person to talk to. Ethan Hawke, 55. Corey Glover from Living Color, 61. We wanted to send some love to the Severson family. Sadly, they lost their mom, Ruth, yesterday, and they're going through a tough time, obviously. Class A Leasing Jesus would like to congratulate Sewer Repair Jesus for passing his CDL. Happy 13th to Leah Marie from Insulation Hauling Jesus. And a shout-out to Swamp Stomping Jesus and all the Swamp Stompers for Deer Opener, which he calls the most wonderful time of the year. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Lost it there to Ovechkin. Quick relay comes to the point. Chychrun fires. Just missed. Ovechkin turns. He scores! The great
900.
I've had about enough of that Ovechkin dude. What about you, Mr. Hockey, Randy Shaver?
I can't get enough.
You can't get enough Ovechkin.
No.
Well, after he won the cup, wasn't it kind of fun watching him drunk for the next 3 years?
Yes.
He made for a fun drunk. I can't deny that at all. Made for a fun drunk.
I mean, that really lasted several years, how drunk he got. He was excited about
He
that.
was not ready for the first 25, 30 regular season games the following season. He was not. He made for a fun. So he hit the 900 career goal mark last night. As of last night's game, he netted one against the St. Louis Blues. And you know what's funny? The goalie who gave up that goal, the 900th of Ovechkin's career, Jordan Binnington, he tucked the puck into his breezers.
It's pretty comical.
Just to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Nothing to see here.
The whole crowd's focusing on the teammates, Ovechkin. They're all mobbing each other, the lights and the noise and the horn. And he knows nobody's paying attention to him at that point, so he tucks the puck into his breezers, goes back and stands in the goal crease because he knows the ref or somebody's going to come over there and say, where's the... Randy?
Yep, fine. Sorry.
I get worried about you sometimes.
Why?
What are you talking about? You're over here gagging and choking and whatnot?
I'm not choking.
Why don't you tell folks, finally come clean with folks, since you retired, you started smoking cigarettes.
I thought it was cigars.
No, see, he smokes Marbs.
Oh, wow. That's
wow.
tough guy
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of thought, when you're at his income level, it was like a cigar thing.
No,
a little
he
more
went.
fancy.
He brought it down to street level.
So you're saying Marlboros?
Yeah.
But does he use one of those like long black tube things they used to use like in the 40s? or
No,
whatever?
he's the type of guy who picks up the butts on the sidewalk to see if there's any life left in him.
That's impressive.
You know how some people look right when they smoke cigarettes? Like it looks natural for them to smoke.
I thought you meant as opposed to left.
No.
Yes, there are some people who just look the part.
Yeah, Randy would not. He would look like one of those like preppy kids that doesn't know how to inhale correctly.
Thank you.
So Jordan Binnington, the goaltender for the Blues, he knew that a referee or somebody was going to come looking for that puck because it's historic. And there's a video of the referee yapping in his face, and Binnington's like, I don't know. And then finally he says, okay, fine. He reaches into it.
So he did give it back.
Yeah.
It wasn't a Mankiewicz situation where he held on to that Game 7 baseball or the World Series winning baseball.
Yeah.
You know that story?
But I don't remember how it ended.
I think he still had it. I think he sold it.
2004 or 5 when the Red Sox won the World Series. Mankiewicz is on first base for the final out. He tucks the baseball down into his jock. So whatever happened, you don't know?
I don't know exactly. I'll look it up quickly.
Yeah,
I know it was a big issue for a long time.
It was.
He called it his kids' college fund.
Right.
Like that.
That's a fun story that Mankiewicz wanted to be a douchebag about it and hide that baseball. But I thought there was some resolution. I'm glad you brought it up because now I'd like to know if there was.
He agreed to send it to the Hall of Fame.
He did.
Yeah, after a dispute with the Red Sox. As the Red Sox wanted it, they sued to gain possession of the ball, arguing it was the team's property.
They sued him.
They later dropped the lawsuit, and then Mankiewicz said, okay, the World Series, you can just have the baseball.
The Super Fox, Doug Mankiewicz. Predictable, wasn't it, Josh? He was extraordinarily good looking and a pain in the ass.
Yeah. What do we call that? What was it called earlier?
Pretty privilege.
The pretty privilege.
Randy Shaver, Doug Mankiewicz, he abused his pretty privilege.
Yes.
He was
Sounds
a Super
like it.
Fox. What's he doing now? Is he on TV or anything?
I don't know. He was managing, but he got gassed by the Twins a couple years ago.
He's got to have a job in baseball summers. I picture him as a lifer.
Me too, yeah.
I picture the Super Fox as a lifer. I think all his hair fell out, though, didn't it? Which is hilarious.
It's about time he was on a level playing field, pardon the pun.
Well, he was struggling even as a kid. He had that high hairline. You knew it was coming at one point or another. He ain't so Super Foxy anymore now, is he, Randy Shaver?
Probably not.
No.
None of us are, actually.
No. Some struggle more than others. Okay, back to hockey. We will be talking to Marcus Foligno here in about 21 minutes. Live from Raleigh, North Carolina.
If you're looking for a place to watch that game tonight, we have our latest Brotherhood in the Box. I'm going to be over at Sally's on campus with our friends from Coors Light. Going to get somebody into a suite for an upcoming game.
Wow,
Oh,
Sally's.
careful.
Does your wife let you go to that place?
Actually, now that you mentioned that, Josh, it was a tough negotiation to get this thing fulfilled, to get Sally's to agree to have me there. It's been 15 years since I graduated colleges, but still some apologies need to be made. Some bridges need to be rebuilt.
Is that the place where you went behind the bar and poured yourself a beer?
Actually, the bartenders were very busy. It was a holiday party. I thought they needed some help. I was trying to do a good thing. And they didn't take too kindly to that.
That's awesome. Do it again.
You're going to be watching the Pigs game at Sally's,
Yep.
right down the street here, U of M.
You can't handle Sally's at your age.
No, I cannot handle. I'm glad it's 6 to 8 and not like 8 to 10 or something like that.
Good point.
I hope you can draw a crowd over there.
Well,
Man.
Thursdays are usually ladies' nights at those kind of places.
Right, but the college kids don't usually come out until 10:45, 11 o'clock.
That's insane.
I hope you can draw a crowd for the hockey game, hanging out with those U of M gals. F me running. I did a bar gig. This is quite a few years ago. I can't remember what it was about. I think we tried to get something cooking here around March Madness. So I bounced around and did some bar gigs. Come watch the college basketball games at this bar and that bar and the other bar. So one of them was at a bar on the U of M campus. But it was like Saturday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Well, college kids are just coming too.
Right.
At 3 o'clock in the
Yeah, exactly.
So it was me and the bartender.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Afternoon bar gig. I didn't care. I was having fun watching the ball games. Bartender didn't care. But the sales guy who was responsible for setting this up walks in. And I thought, this prick is going to have something to say about there being 0 people at this gig. He didn't care. All he said was this: boy, you could fire a cannon in this sumbitch and not hurt anybody. And he was right. Have fun tonight at Sally.
I mentioned this before, but if you ever have that experience again, Nick, just remember it was me, a plastic potted plant, a tax guy, and a cubicle in the middle of Southdale once for a 2-hour promotion.
You see,
nobody showed up for that.
That's an all-timer, Josh.
And also, when I got there,
Sorry.
he's like, hey, where's all your broadcast
Yep.
equipment? Because the salesperson never really said that we weren't going to broadcast from there.
I hate that.
But, Josh, you set yourself up for disaster because you made a decision years ago. You didn't want to do the bar gigs. You'll do Menards on a Saturday morning. You'll do a shoe store and things like that.
I do love that kind of thing.
So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately.
But we had a good time. He was a cool guy, but it was kind of embarrassing, like you said. I mean, I don't even know if one person walked over to us. It would have been better if they had just one of those, like, wavy arm inflatable guys.
Oh, I love those.
Versus just me sitting there.
We've all been there, haven't we, Cubby?
Yeah, there's been a couple.
Oh, God. The gas is it just takes me completely over, and I can barely breathe. Anthony Edwards, A1 from F Me Running Day One, made his return to the Timberwolves last night after missing a few games with a trick hamstring.
I'd be A1 from Day One.
But the Wolves overall didn't play nearly well enough to win. The New York Knicks beat them up pretty good. It was lopsided enough in the fourth quarter that the last 6 minutes of the game was a junior varsity exhibition. 137 to 114. The fellas couldn't rebound.
Yep.
The Knicks scored Summers in the neighborhood of 60 points in the paint. That's a lack of defense right there. The Wolves turned the ball over like a pack of drunks.
Yeah.
Yes, Randy.
I was going to say, I think if you look at the Wolves' losses this year and the amount of points they've given up, it's a little concerning. I mean, 128 against the Lakers, 127 against Denver, 116 against the Lakers, and 137 last night. I mean, that's not a recipe for success.
No.
When you're giving 127 plus. So they've got to find a way to figure out their defense.
Play
because
some defense.
Offensively right now, even though they lost last night by 23, offensively, I think they're going to be fine. Once Edwards gets healthy and gets back going, I think they'll be fine. It's the defense that got them to the Western Final last year, and that defense so far has not showed up. So
Nope. That's not their thing right now, playing defense. And again, the rebounding was terrible. The Knicks turned 21 offensive rebounds into 31 second chance points. Julius Randle's still killing it, 32 points, but it wasn't a great night for the team. Up next, they got a Friday night home game against Utah. Here are a couple headlines for you, Randy Shaver. Number one, the Timberwolves are monitoring Ja Morant's situation. Timberwolves. Here's another. The Timberwolves want Ja Morant. Timberwolves. I'm in favor of it. Randy's not.
I am not, no.
All we'd have to give up is, I don't know,
What?
Randall McDaniel, retired Viking.
Randall, we go to Randall's house,
yes.
we kidnap him, and we send him to Memphis.
Sorry, you got to move out of town. But I have a family here and a life.
You've just been traded.
We sell his house and back a U-Haul into his driveway, and we send former Viking Randall McDaniel to Memphis, Tennessee.
Why is Chris Lindahl standing in my yard with a sale sign?
Well, the article mentions some names that the Wolves might have to part with in order to land an incredible talent like Ja Morant. And some of you are saying, isn't he a total moron? Oh, absolutely. But I'd like to see him play here for the Timber. They mention names like Randall, Gobert, Naz Reid, Jaden McDaniels, Terrence Shannon Jr., Rob Dillingham.
No.
Which is the one for you, Nick, that would make you say no? Like legitimately.
Jaden McDaniels.
McDaniels?
Yep. Yes.
Even more so than like Naz Reid? I know how much you like him.
Oh, I forgot about Naz Reid. It's a tie between Naz Reid and Jaden McDaniels as to who I would miss the most and be the most angry about losing.
Which one would you say, oh my gosh, there's a tornado.
Twister!
There's a tornado. Get in the basement.
ATM, it's a twister.
Stay away from windows. Which one would make you say no? Both of them?
Yeah. Nikola Jokic had 33 points, 16 assists, 15 rebounds for his fifth triple-double of the season. The guy's a machine.
But
yes, Randy.
Go ahead. No, finish.
I was going to sarcastically say, yeah, but he wasn't the MVP last season.
I would argue that the best triple-double was what Westbrook did last night.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, here's a guy that's going to be 37 in a week, 23 points, 16 rebounds, 10 assists last night to lead Sacramento to a win over Golden State. And he becomes the all-time rebound leader for the guard position in the NBA. He passed Jason Kidd last night. And I watched some of the clips of that game. He looks like he's 23. I mean,
he's turned his career around.
The guy's in amazing shape. He's the Energizer Bunny. He never gets tired. And yeah, I think that the knock against him is he turns the ball over too much. He tries to do too much. But I mean, last night they needed him because Sabonis and Levine and Murray didn't play. And so the Kings needed somebody. And he's playing for the NBA minimum. For the minimum. He's not making a lot of money.
Right.
So I thought his triple-double last night was pretty impressive.
He's completely turned his career around. We've talked about him a few times. A number of years ago, every swinging D that follows basketball said Russell Westbrook is done. And he appeared to be that way. He's done very well for himself the last 3-4 seasons. Oklahoma City lost their first game of the season. Brooklyn won their first game of the season, not against each other, but in separate ball games. This Jaylen Brown of the Celtics keeps leaving hair stains all over his opponents.
Yeah, what's up with this video's up on 93x.com.
Yeah, look at the video. Thank you,
You'd think after last time he'd just say, everybody knows I'm going to give it up.
I thought he did.
So did I. I thought that, he called LeBron James jokingly, said, give me some advice, but he's still doing it.
Oh, this is not an offensive foul. Oh, no. Jaylen Brown got another victim right there.
If you're not following this, Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics, he's a pretty solid player. Especially, he's the center of attention now that what's-his-nuts blew his Achilles across the room.
Yeah, Tatum.
So Jaylen Brown's the guy right now in the Boston Celtics. A couple weeks ago, he leaned into an opponent where the top of his head made contact with the opponent's jersey, and he left a black stain on his opponent's jersey because he sprays on his hairdo. So it was really embarrassing, although he took it well. He went online and said, yeah, sorry, I'm just going to let myself go bald. But then last night it happened again. He leans into an opponent and leaves a black stain on the guy's T-shirt. Maybe now he's doing it just for comedic reasons.
Because and they both were their white jerseys, right?
Yeah.
So it stands out significantly. That's
Now-
funny that the announcers are kind of in on it.
Yes. I think now he's just doing it as a gimmick.
Yeah, maybe that'll be his thing.
Yeah. When you play me, Jaylen Brown is saying, when you play me, the guy who does the team laundry will remember me. Funny video. Check out the video if you have a minute.
I don't know if you've been paying attention to the Celtics at all, Nick.
No.
With Tatum out of the lineup, Josh Minot, the former Wolf, is having an amazing start to his season. He is starting at the power forward spot. Last night he scored 21 with 5 rebounds and 3 steals, and that's kind of where he is almost every night.
Mm-hmm.
And Garza didn't get a lot of time last night, but he's getting time off the bench last night too. So those two former Wolves are, especially Minot, is getting his chance to actually start and play big minutes in the NBA, and he's producing.
That much I was aware of, yes. Actually, my wife called attention to that a couple nights ago. She said, Josh Minot is tearing it up with the Celtics. That much I was aware of as far as Boston's ball club goes. I'm happy for the kid. He seemed like a good kid. And I can't help it whenever anyone says, what the hell's the Garza kid's name again?
Luka,
right. I can't help but, when Luka Doncic was traded from Dallas to Los Angeles, there was that great video of Devin Booker of the Phoenix Suns sitting on the bench, and a fan, during a ball game, whispers to Devin Booker, hey, Luka was traded to the Lakers. And Devin Booker turns to the fan and says, Luka Garza? And the fan goes, no, Luka Doncic. And Booker's like, what? Oh, by the way, speaking of basketball players, I saw recently that LeBron James is up for an award this year. Randy Shaver, are you familiar with the Razzies?
I've heard of it. Not sure what it is exactly.
I think I know what I'm talking about here. Cubby can help me out. Aren't the Razzies like the anti-Oscars,
Yeah.
where if you are horrible and your movie is horrible, you're a terrible actor, you might be named a Razzie Award winner, correct, John?
Yeah, it's it's a tongue-in-cheek, and some actors actually embrace it a little bit. Do you know who has the most, and this is very sad, and it's wrong?
Yes, I do.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I thought the answer was Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler's up for a lot of them, but who has won the most, quote-unquote won, would be Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone is one of the greatest actors that have ever lived.
And writers.
Writers, everything.
Human beings.
That's disrespectful as all hell.
Madonna's second, by the way.
I didn't know she's been in enough roles to.
That surprises me, too. I can only maybe name 3. She has 7 wins.
LeBron James is up for a Razzie, Randy Shaver, for worst actor of the last decade. And they specifically pick on his work in the Space Jam series. Never saw it, any of the Space Jam.
Me either.
Was he only in the second one?
Only in the second one.
I saw it. I saw it, and I think just because people said how awful it was, I didn't think it was as bad as advertised, but it's certainly not good. And, my son was at the perfect age for it. He enjoyed it. But did anybody else watch it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Do you think it was as bad as everyone said?
I mean, it was just kind of corny and cheesy like the first one. It's kind of what I expected.
So,
I did enjoy the Michael B. Jordan cameo at the end. I thought that made it for me. That was hilarious.
He's been in other movies, though, hasn't he, LeBron James?
He was in Trainwreck with Amy Schumer and Bill Hader.
Okay, well, they're specifically picking on him. He's in the running for worst actor of the last decade. He's up against Kirk Cameron. I had no idea that Kirk Cameron was still...
He does some of those like Hallmark movies and stuff.
Jesus, balls.
A lot of religious stuff, too.
That dude was terrible.
Oh, yeah, he's very religious now.
I don't know who Jamie Dornan is. She's in the running for worst actor of the last decade. So is Tom Cruise.
Jamie Dornan's a guy.
Oh.
Is he from 50 Shades, the guy in 50 Shades?
Yes.
John Travolta.
Also a guy.
Jared Leto. What did I say?
I'm just joking.
Oh, I thought maybe Jared Leto, John Voight, and Mike Lindell. Who the hell's Mike Lindell?
The pillow guy?
The pillow guy?
Can't be that guy.
It's not him, but that is a Mike Lindell.
Oh. There's two different guys? Oh, the pillow guy. I know the pillow
That's
guy.
Mike Lindell.
Oh, yeah, that guy's a riot.
What happened to him? We had a cardboard cutout of him in here.
Oh, that thing terrified me a couple times early in the
Yeah.
morning.
Well, that's my fault because I'd put it in places to surprise you.
Yeah. And you know how jumpy I am without a pillow guy looking at me at 4:30 in the morning.
Ashley would agree you're the jumpiest person we've ever met.
Hands down.
It's not even close.
And you're such a big guy. It's kind of funny how jumpy you are.
All right, here we go. Before we get to Marcus on the line, we were talking a few days ago about the two historic home runs hit in Game 7 of this year's World Series. A father-son team caught those two baseballs. Who knows how rich they might become someday because of their luck. We also talked about how can anyone be sure that these historic baseballs are the genuine items, serial numbers, this and that. And this is serious business these days.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example here. I'm sure you remember during Game 4 of the National League Championship Series, Shohei Ohtani had that unbelievable game where he pitched.
Yes.
He pitched gloriously,
Homer.
went 3 for 3 at the plate, hit 3 home runs. Okay, against the Milwaukee Brewers. The second home run was such a bomb that the Dodgers have already put up a plaque in center field to commemorate it, and that was only 2 weeks ago. Anyway, when Shohei hit that second home run, a Dodgers fan by the name of Carlo Mendoza was at a nacho stand beyond the bleachers. He was in the right place at the right time. He's hanging out at the nacho stand. He's windmilling some chips into his yap. He hears the crack of the bat. He hears the crowd. He looks up. The ball bounces right in front of him. He dives for it. He scraped the piss out of his leg. But nobody really saw that he grabbed the baseball. He thought he was going to be mobbed and get into a big fight to the death, for the baseball.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen because it all went by so fast. The baseball, so there he was just like, well, damn, I got to show high. That baseball just went up for auction, and Carlo is going to make a few bucks. The starting bid is $200,000.
Dude.
Wow.
And he got nachos. What a night.
Yes.
Yeah, all because he wanted nachos.
Yes. Now, Carlo has had to jump through several hoops in order to just line up the sale of this baseball. Check this out right here, Randy Shaver. Because the baseball that Ohtani hit flew so far, big league officials who are on site for those ball games, they call themselves authenticators, they were unable to see where it landed. So Mendoza had to prove this and that. He had the ball stamped by a Dodger Stadium staff member. That helped his cause. He also immediately took a picture of himself with the ball. That helped his cause to prove that this was an Ohtani. But that's not all. The auction company that's selling the baseball, they call themselves SCP Auctions. They had Carlo Mendoza write a notarized affidavit. He had to give a blood and a sperm sample.
Oh.
And he had to sit through
Didn't have
to prove his identity.
He wanted to.
He had to sit through a flippin' polygraph test like a criminal in a 60s spy movie or something.
I don't think
you're talking about such big money that, I mean, it's no different than sitting down with NFL to-be athletes and grilling them with all sorts of weird questions, trying to figure out their personalities, because you're eventually going to be investing a lot of money in them. It's kind of the same thing. If you're going to put this ball up for auction, you got to make sure that it is legit.
Some regular schlub who went to a ball game to get drunk and eat nachos is taking a polygraph test.
So let me back up, Nick, because when we had this discussion previous, I don't remember if it was you or somebody else said, well, there's a number on each ball.
That's what I thought was the truth.
But that's not the case, I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why, you worry about somebody switching these out or lying about it or whatever. So
had to sit down and take a polygraph. Is your real name? Is your name Carlo? Yes. Do you like turtles?
Yes.
Yes.
I like turtles.
Yes,
Get some
I
of those
do.
easy baseline questions out of the way.
Well,
That's how they start.
Yeah,
They got to give me those weird questions to gauge your heart rate. Do you like turtles? Yes, I do. I do like turtles. Is the baseball in your possession really a home run ball hit by Shohei Ohtani? Yes. He passed the test, and now the ball is on the auction block.
Do you chickens?
Yes.
Do you think they asked him that?
They might have.
All right, here we go. Go ahead, Josh. Tell that story about you and your Canadian girlfriend.
Well, again, she's American. She lives on the American side of Niagara Falls. People get confused by that.
Our beloved Man-Bear Pigs are in North Carolina to play the Hurricanes tonight. We got Marcus Foligno hanging on the telephone line is how you say it for us. Hello, Marcus.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are things?
How we doing?
We're doing good. How are things in the Tar Heel state, Marcus?
Pretty good. It's a nice sunny day here. A lot warmer than back home, but we're only here for a short time. But it's good. Ready to rock again. Keep this thing rolling.
Let's keep it rolling. You guys got a couple wins in a row. You're on a win streak. I suppose a guy like you, when you go out to North Carolina, isn't North Carolina? I don't know anything about golf. Isn't North Carolina?
So, yeah.
Isn't it kind of known for golf? You got golf courses everywhere.
Yeah. Big pine trees and a lot of trees. Yeah, and just good golfing. I think the Pinehurst is not too far from here. Been there before, and that's a pretty big staple out here as a golf course.
Doesn't Michael Jordan have his own golf course out there or something? Randy, would you know
Yeah,
something?
I do.
Randy?
what's that?
Michael, Randy,
Does he have a golf course?
Yeah,
out
Michael
there?
Jordan.
I'm sure he plays on plenty of golf courses. I don't know if he
I think
owns
he
one.
owns one somewhere. Let's see.
I think it's called the Grove or something. But I mean, is that down in Florida?
I thought it was North Carolina. If you ever,
maybe.
you ever met the man, Mike Jordan, Marcus?
No, never met him. Would love to.
Oh,
yeah, it's Florida.
I think the guy's a prick. Did you watch his documentary?
I did. Yeah. It was. It was good, intense.
But didn't he come off like kind of a prick?
I think that's what made him so good. That's what made him everyone. That's why he won championships. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what they all say. But isn't there a line?
Madness, I guess.
Isn't there a line that you cross? At any rate, we don't need to sit here and talk about Mike Jordan. Thanks for joining us again, Marcus. Yeah, you guys are on a hot streak down there to play the Carolina Hurricane. We were talking a lot about you yesterday on the show.
Oh yeah, all good things.
It was all good things. We talked about the Redwood gimmick. Now we had information from websites and whatnot. Can you tell us the origin story of this new gimmick, the Redwood hat?
Well, it was given to us by Bill Guerin. We were in training camp, kind of get a little speech and handed out some sheets about this this tree called the redwood tree. And I mean, I've seen it in pictures, but I didn't know what a redwood tree was, so it caught us all off guard. We thought it was going to be a note full of rules and stuff, and with the not wearing suits and stuff this year. I thought it was going to be Billy Guerin's rules on what to wear and all that stuff. So we got caught off guard, but it was about a redwood tree and how these trees, I guess, can go up to 300 feet high or whatever, and their roots are only 5 to 6 feet below ground. So not big roots, but they grab onto other roots around them to have, kind of support themselves and be strong. And that's kind of the message of the team, is to lean on one another. And so we thought, heck it, let's keep going with that vibe. And we're just, we took a while because we're like, how the hell do we do something with a redwood tree? Like, what do we got to do? Go peel off a bark in the national park, which I think is illegal. But,
that's right. That's
I'll get you some trouble.
We said, let's avoid anyone going to jail. And we looked online and we found this Stetson redwood hat made out of redwood tree. So and usually it's always kind of like a hat or a helmet or something that you give away at the end of the game. So it worked out great, and guys are liking it. Kind of got, when you wear it, you kind of look a little bit like Indiana Jones, but it looks good.
Yeah. So is
just
Billy
something to gather the guys around.
Yeah, is Billy Guerin a motivational speaker type of a cat? Does he try to dump that stuff on you once in a while?
Or do you think ChatGPT wrote it?
I think ChatGPT wrote it for sure.
Hey, we don't expect that out of you. That's AI.
I didn't expect Billy to have all these facts about redwood trees. So no, he's motivational. I think he likes to pump guys up and bring guys to the side and talk to them, and he wants the best out of his players. So he's always, I think, just the way he played too, right? He was always a glue guy and a gritty guy, and work ethic first. So part of the team wanted it always to be a close team. You can't win unless you're a close team. So there's a lot of great teams in our league, but the ones that go the furthest are the ones that are the tightest, and he's always a guy that preaches that.
We thought for a minute that you guys, with the redwood hat, that maybe you guys were kind of poking fun at Billy a little bit for his speech.
Yeah, a little bit of that.
A little bit? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think there's always some humor in it, right? I think, you don't want it to be too serious. Like, it's just, yeah, we all appreciated the message, but at the same time, we thought it was funny that we're, learning about, felt like we're on the Discovery Channel learning about redwood trees. So it was one of those things, right?
Like you had to give a nature presentation in elementary school.
Yeah.
Have you been?
So it was good.
Has that happened to you before, where maybe there's kind of weird motivational speeches you've received in your career? I mean, from like as a kid on, anything that stands out?
Oh, geez. I mean, I think you, as players on a team, you try to come together. Sometimes there's some funny things that a coach says, and you don't want to say you mock him or something, but it becomes kind of like the mantra, like the quote of the team, and it's just anything to do to bring you guys together and to have some more ease or light in a serious situation where you can take a breath, and when you say something funny, it's like an inside joke almost, and it just brings the guys closer together. But I mean, from speeches, there's been I've had my dad as a coach, so I can't really throw him under the bus, but there's been some good ones from him. But I mean, they're all, I don't want to say they're all the same, but it's I haven't had any given Sunday speeches like that. Like there's some close ones, but ones that I've had a lot of coaches that kind of give you life lessons throughout the game of hockey, and those ones always stick.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody good enough where you think, I'm going to run through a wall right now, I'm so pumped up? Do you have a speaker that good?
You know what? Honestly, I remember when my juniors, my dad would do that stuff. He would get you revved up about how great it is to play the game and how lucky we are, and then you kind of think about it, and we are, and that kind of just kind of gets you fired up. And I will say too, Dean Evison, he had some good. Once in a while, he'd come in with a good one that would get you fired up, and yeah, you want to run through a wall for that speech. So all coaches do it. I mean, there's a time and place for it, but I think there comes a time too where you don't need as many motivational speeches. You should be motivated, ready to go. We're professionals and we love playing this game. So I mean, every day you should be motivated.
Everything you said about Bill Guerin is true. I watched him as a player, and he was a glue guy, and he was a gritty guy, and he was the type of guy that would mix it up with the best of them, set the tone, all that stuff with his physical play. So you likely don't want to piss Bill Guerin off, but if there was anything else that you could poke fun at Bill Guerin about, what would it be, Marcus?
Oh, man.
Is it maybe, does he dress quirky, anything like that? Is there anything else you could poke fun at the man about? What would?
I mean, he's definitely a guy that is big into fashion. I mean, it's kind of crazy how a guy that doesn't look like a fashionista is really big on how guys. He knows everything about. I feel like he knows everything about shoes.
Oh yeah,
which is kind of odd.
Yeah,
which is a little odd.
Our boss is like that.
Yeah.
But if you brought in certain shoes, or he knows all types of brands of shoes and stuff. So, I know he's got 3 girls in the house, so I don't know if he gets it from that, but it's one of those things that you come in and he'll look you up and down, and he'll know what you're wearing, and it's he's a big fashion guy that I don't think a lot of people know about.
That's interesting. He's kind of a shoe snob and a fashionista.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have guessed that when he was punching the hell out of Scott Stevens in the 96. I wouldn't have pictured that when he was choking Ty Domi up against the glass in the mid-90s and things like that.
No, exactly. I know it caught me off guard from day one when I met him, and he knows his fashion.
Something else we were talking about yesterday. The game against who the hell did you play the other night?
Nashville.
We bust your balls about empty net goals. But what about scoring a goal into a net that wasn't there? What do you make of how that game ended?
You know what? I was hoping to check that off my box. I checked that off my list and really come and talk to you guys about that. And I was like, damn, that's one thing I haven't done yet. So empty net's great, but an empty net that's not there is even that's even better.
That's next level.
Yeah,
So what happened with that is I was watching the game against San Jose and Colorado, and we were watching, I think it was before our game started, I think it was like a couple of days ago. And Nathan McKinnon got a puck on a breakaway, and the guy back-checking from San Jose kind of stumbled, but then he should have stopped. And as he's stopping, he kind of pushes the net off the moorings. And Nathan McKinnon still made the play, and then fan on the shot, got the puck back, and the net was off the moorings, and he slid it in the middle of the net. And then they went to review, and they counted it as a goal.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, my God. And then fast forward like 3 days later, and we do it, and I immediately jumped off the bench. I'm like, that's a goal. Same thing. So everyone else is like, what the heck's going on? And I'm like, no, this is good. So it was strange. I think obviously it worked for us, but, it was really weird jumping on the ice and celebrating with Gustafsson when there was like probably 5,000 people in the crowd not celebrating, like just sitting down still because they're like, what is going on?
You had all the confidence in the world that the goal was going to stand because of what you saw from the Colorado game. That was so bizarre, but by rule, if a defender knocks the goal off its moorings during an imminent scoring chance, that goal is going to stand. The Predators didn't want to leave. I'm sure you noticed that.
Yeah, no, I get what they're trying to to say to the ref. I get where they're coming from, but it's one thing if it's unintentional where there's a maybe 2 guys collide, but when you have a goalie or a defenseman or the other players defending team push the net off, the net is still technically live.
Yeah.
And so that's how I see it. The goalie pushed off the net earlier in the game too, so I feel like they kind of got ticked off about that. And Karma is your boyfriend.
What? I've never heard that.
Sorry, I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift in my car these days.
That's a Taylor Swift reference?
I apologize. I missed what you said.
Probably not the place to do it. I'm probably not allowed back on the show again.
Are you kidding?
I love it.
We got 2 of the biggest Taylor Swift fans you've ever met here in Dana and Ashley.
What did he say, Josh?
He said, Karma's your boyfriend. I thought that was a funny enough...
Karma is your boyfriend.
I thought that was a funny enough thing to say anyways, and then it's a Taylor Swift reference. That doubled down.
I did not see that coming.
That's
wow.
weird. That's weirder than finding out about Bill Guerin's shoe fetish.
Yeah,
I love that when you get something like that you're not expecting from a particular person. That's
Marcus,
excellent.
I got to count on you guys bringing home a cup when the GM is a fashionista and the enforcer quotes Taylor Swift.
That's a real man right there.
What kind of team we got going on? What team are we icing here?
What kind of team?
Renaissance men.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That is funny. Karma is.
So, hey, at the end, it was a good goal. We'll take it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Andrew Brunette was ready to wet his pants, but it counted.
Oh, yeah. Bruno was mad.
That's hilarious. I had another question I was going to ask you, but since you quoted Taylor Swift, I'm done.
That was awesome. Well, Marcus, before you go.
Great day.
No, wait. Before you go, we did get a bunch of texts from people that wanted to thank you and you specifically for a young man named Weston who had a Make-A-Wish granted I think it was last week.
Oh, yeah.
He signed a day contract, and you guys showed him a good time. And we had a few people text and said, especially you, you were the first one over. You were so gracious. And the family wanted you to know how much it meant to him and to them.
Oh, no, thanks. I appreciate you saying that. But it was, I mean, as a father, you just don't, that shouldn't be happening to children. And Weston is what a kid, what a strong kid, and what a strong family that, just seeing the parents that day and having Weston come out and skate with us and knowing what he's going through. It just, it's stuff like that, you talk about motivation. You don't have to look further than, Weston. And that's the biggest thing when you see someone like that, a young kid come to the rink and, tie his skates and is, going through, a battle with leukemia. It's just like, it's easy to do what we do. And there was as long as we can, make him forget about what he's going through and give a little bit of separation from all that for his family. That was the main goal that day. And we had a blast. He scored a couple goals on Wallstedt, which is great. And
who can't do that?
All the guys enjoyed it. And yeah, we're all thinking about Weston and his family for sure.
You're a good man, Marcus Foligno.
Yes, you are.
You're anything but an anti-hero. You are a hero.
Yes,
oh, look at this.
Sure.
Now we got to take a timeout here. Ever since Marcus quoted Taylor Swift now.
Oh man!
Our listening audience.
This is how we usually speak. We speak in movie quotes around here.
Is that how it goes in the locker room? A lot of movie
how
quotes?
The dressing room goes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ever since you quoted Taylor Swift, how do you say her name? By saying "Karma is my boyfriend."
Yeah.
Some of our listeners want this to be the new team slogan for the season. They want to hear the song after a victory or after a goal. A lot of folks are rallying behind this, Marcus.
Oh, wow. We got a lot of Swifties on this show. You didn't even know about it. Look at that.
No. So talk to your teammates. We'd love if Karma is my boyfriend. We'd love that to be the new team slogan. Let's do this.
All right. I'll let you guys know. The win song today is going to be turned into Taylor Swift after the game, and we'll see how the guys like it.
We'd so
love
happy.
To see it. Marcus, good luck in North Carolina and then in New York and whatnot on your little road trip. We always have fun with you, man. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take her
Get
easy.
a couple wins.
Yeah, get her done. Get her done, he
All
said.
right. Have a great day.
You too. That's great. Well, let's get tickets to the next home game and someone make a sign that stretches like the entire section. And the sign just says, Karma is our boyfriend.
You know what?
Great
If
day.
we see one of those signs there, how great would that be?
If you got Pigs tickets to one of the next home games, please make a big sign that says Karma.
And take a picture of it so we can can see it, post it.
Karma
That's
is
awesome.
our, because we're collectively, like we're all together in on this, right?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Karma is our boyfriend. That's the Pigs' new slogan for 20 and 25-6. Randy, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right, we'll be back in a few minutes here on the program.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video. Tonight, it's an old-school rivalry as the Las Vegas Raiders collide with the Denver Broncos. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. It's the Raiders and the Broncos tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
Half-assed Morning Show. 93X.
Thursday. Stupid day. We have returned here on the 93X Half-assed Morning Show. Look at you. Just look at you. You look great. All right, next I suppose we can go in this direction. And I don't want to get into a conversation about, is it too early to start decorating for Christmas? Is it too early for Christmas commercials on television? Don't care. Jay Cutler, boring subject. It's been done to death. I'd rather talk about a 53-year-old woman's obsession with her own vagina.
An obsession with talking about it with others, sharing details and odors, things like that.
There's discussion of odors?
Yes.
Here it is. Whether you like it or not, Gwyneth Paltrow has once again dumped her new catalog of Jill-Off toys on the general public.
You remember what kind of made this whole Goop list famous?
Remind me.
The "This Smells Like My Vagina" candle.
Sure.
I'm so tired of her.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't know she was so weird, like watching her movies and stuff. Then she just all of a sudden became kind of known as this goofball.
Whether you like the holidays creeping up on us the minute Halloween is over or not, Gwyneth Paltrow has come up with her latest Goop Holiday Gift Guide. That's the name she hung on the product. She's just one of those that cannot get over it. She had an orgasm 40 years ago, and she just cannot let it go. But she provides us with some entertaining stuff.
That's true.
Can't deny it. Can't deny it. Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop Holiday Gift Guide. Yeah, when I watched her in movies years ago, I didn't see this.
No.
When I watched Shallow Hal. I didn't see this when that great mystery movie, murder mystery movie she made with Michael Douglas all those years ago, the husband-wife who killed the guy. What was that one called? I really liked that movie. She and Michael Douglas.
A Perfect Murder?
Yeah, that sounds right. Virgo,
Yeah,
Virgin Morganson, whatever. Okay, the 20 and 25 Gwyneth Paltrow Goop Holiday Gift Guide. It includes 6 vibrators. Is that going to cut it, Ashley? Is 6 enough?
I guess so.
How many should the average woman own, in your opinion?
Like one?
Just one?
Yeah.
Not a variety of
No, that's
different
unnecessary.
attachments?
Well, she said like one, so that's anywhere between 1 and 135.
Oh,
yeah.
sure.
6 vibrators. You can buy them right out of the Goop Holiday Gift Guide.
Would you ever buy a vibrator based on a celebrity recommendation, Ashley?
No. No, I don't really care.
Endorsed by Carson Daly.
I bet that's the most wholesome vibrator of all time.
Mm-hmm. Tucks you in at bed at night after you're done.
Compliments you.
Yeah.
Like, wow, you really went for it there, kid. Nice work.
You got an extra.
You've earned that.
You got an extra $195 sitting around, Josh?
No way. Are you kidding
Not
me?
this time of year.
If you have an extra $900, what did I say? $195, you can buy the Gwyneth Paltrow endorsed sex pillow.
Her list is always crazy expensive, too.
Well, she's a big shot,
list.
right?
Sometimes thousands of dollars for a purse or something.
She can't just buy a vibrator off Amazon like regular people.
I mean, she has one purse on this list. It's like $9,000. So you've got a ring that's $16,000.
This is for the elite, so
a $2,000 shirt.
When they get together at a holiday party over at Jerry Seinfeld's house, they can all trade stories of what they masturbated with. This isn't for mere mortals. $195.
A regular pillow works completely fine.
Well, what is a sex pillow?
It's you put it under. So. Like,
Oh.
Yeah, it kind of raises the lady
Yeah,
up.
I didn't know if it was something that you humped.
No.
Or, okay.
Yeah, it's
pillow could be
literally
a sex
just like
pillow,
I don't know if you have a picture of it, Nick, but it's just a
Yes,
like
circle.
a wedge. Oh, I thought it was like a wedge.
I am looking at it now. Now I get it, and both of you are right. Any pillow can be a sex pillow. But this one, see, now I'm looking it up on the internet. I see where they're going with that. It'll raise your bottom up a little higher up in the air, or this, that. You can get into all kinds of funny positions. Oh, they even illustrate some of the positions you can use with this sex pillow.
Yeah. Look
at this one. Jesus, the two people, they're barely even in the same room together. All right, so $195 for a sex pillow. $1,285 for a kinky advent calendar.
I used to love, advent calendars as a kid.
Oh, did you?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of them because I every time I've gotten one as a gift, I just open them all right away.
Oh, I got grounded for that.
Yeah, I'm not waiting.
Well, now, clear me up now, because we didn't get too fancy schmancy at the house growing up. What I picture an advent calendar being is every day you open up a little door. It's like a little house or something, right? With all
there are
the
various different ones.
And you'd open up the door and there'd be a chocolate in there or something.
Yeah, sometimes like a big Christmas tree or something like that.
My wife has had one where each day you open it up and it's like a single, like a little mini bottle of wine, a different wine each day.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they make them for everything nowadays.
Okay.
That's not cheap.
I have seen one of those too with a little bit of hooch in there.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, in the spirit of Jesus. Well, he did make he made a lot of wine, didn't he?
He did.
In the Goop Holiday Gift Guide, brought to you by Gwyneth Paltrow. Again, it's $1,285 for they call it the Kinky Advent Calendar. Now, that calendar comes with a paddle, so you can give someone a terrible beating. It also comes with handcuffs, so they can't escape from your beating, and restraint tape.
Is there a Gatorade mixed in there like halfway through?
Restraint tape.
In case they bust out of those handcuffs somehow, you still got them right where you want them because of that restraint tape.
I've never heard of that.
Honey, there's a burglar in the house. Grab the sex advent calendar. I need the paddle and the restraint tape.
You tape him down. I'll handcuff him. And then we'll both give him a delicious beating with this paddle until he has an orgasm.
That'll teach him.
What else do we got in here, Josh?
I actually had something. I ordered a Christmas gift off of Oprah's favorite things list that I saw.
Tell me about Oprah's latest things.
Well, favorite things. I'm also a part of her book club. They have like a list of things that she.
You son of a bitch.
That she recommends.
Come on.
I've only read one or two off her book club over the years.
That's
She's
more
a
than none.
national
All right,
treasure.
you need to explain two things to me. The benefits of Oprah's book club. Let's start there. The benefits of being a member of Oprah's book club.
Well, I'm not a member. I've just kind of paid attention to see if there's anything Oprah thinks I should read.
And you've read a couple of books on her suggestion.
I have. And also she released her favorite things list. And there was one on there, and I said, well, my wife would love that. So I did order that for Christmas.
I think Marcus Foligno's off the hook for being a Swiftie. I think he is.
I love Oprah. Don't make me an Oprah denier. I'm no Oprah Judas.
Okay. Some other items you can buy from the Goop Holiday Gift Guide. Anyone in need of any orgasm balm?
It's not like a lube?
Yeah, I'm sure it probably is.
All right.
Yeah. Do you
Wouldn't
need
that be
it?
something if you just put it on and it
Ashley
takes
doesn't
care of you?
need it. A massage oil candle. Now check this out.
Oh, I've seen these. These are
You
cool.
have never seen anything like this before. You're lying to us. This has got to be brand new. It's from the Goop calendar. You just dreamed about massage candle oil.
It's on Etsy.
You know when
Everything is.
It's on what?
Etsy.
Everything's on Etsy.
You take a candle, right? You light the sumbitch.
Yeah.
And you're dripping a little bit of wax on her bottom.
Ouch.
That's exactly how it's supposed to play itself out, Cubby. Just a little ouchie, right? It says here, as the wax melts on her bottom, it then turns into massage oil, and then you rub it in.
I could see that being appealing.
Intimacy chocolates. Boring.
What, they have Viagra in them or what?
Intimacy chocolates. That sounds boring, right?
Yeah, I'm not too interested.
Food
I don't
should-
need to combine food with
food
that
and
kind
sex
of
should-
sinful, gross act.
Never cross paths. Food and sex should never cross paths. And don't text me about whipped cream. That's not a food.
Gross. Maybe they're like those weird. I've seen ads for them. I don't know where you can purchase them, but it's like a dissolvable substance that you put in your mouth, and it like makes you salivate. It's for sex.
So you can give a more thorough
Sloppy?
BJ?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now we're talking.
Dude, the ads for them that have popped up are so gross. It's just
Now-
a girl like with her tongue out. It's just
What are
like
you looking at where you're getting
dripping.
those targeted ads?
Porno movies.
Honestly, it's probably because of this show, the stuff we talk about.
I don't know. I don't see any of that. I guess I'm not social. Is it a social media deal?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know how many Tool ads I got yesterday after the Tool wars between all the different Tool companies?
Sarcastic? Were they all sarcastic?
Well, they should be. I mean, if they knew anything about me, like I would know how to even start that operation.
So, Ashley, I'm sorry. There's a little pill or something that women take, and it makes them salivate like a lunatic.
Yeah.
So then they can be ready for 13 straight BJs?
Yeah.
That's incredible. How does Gwyneth Paltrow not put that in her stupid
I
catalog?
bet she's had it before.
Oh.
But Sasha Gray's like, where was that when I was in my prime of my career?
By the way, there's a few people who have also read a book off of Oprah's book club. I'm telling you, it's very popular. It's huge. You guys would love it.
Intimacy chocolates, I bet you don't put those in your mouth.
How stupid would you be, or would you feel just saying, hey, I have some intimacy chocolates?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, just even saying it.
This isn't romance. This is getting it the F on.
Now, I could say sexual chocolate, for sure, but intimacy chocolates, I'd feel sick.
Somebody sent a link to one of the brands you can buy of their mouth-watering mints. It's called Flint's Mints. If you want to get your hand on some of those,
Just get yourself a bib.
Is that what it's for? It doesn't look, well, maybe it is, but their website doesn't make it.
Yeah, that was always like it would be that video, and then it would say something else like about I don't know,
Some
if
double entendre or something?
Yeah, exactly, Dana.
The next time.
Some folks are texting in saying that intimacy chocolate, there's something in there that makes you horny, some sort of chemical.
Throw it in the garbage. The next time you walk into the hotel room to meet up with your side piece,
Yeah.
and she's putting on a bib, that means she has purchased a bucket of Flint's Mints, and you're about ready to have the wildest ride of your life. Pretty friendly around here, right? Ace Ventura when he's hanging onto the ceiling. He's hanging onto the ceiling because of the intensity of the... All right, there's some other things that Gwyneth Paltrow sells here in her stupid holiday gift guide. Pelvic clock exercise device. I bet there's an age limit on that.
Oh, I don't know. I saw an ad for it. It's mostly older ladies.
Oh, no.
In the commercial to strengthen that pelvic floor of theirs.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's important.
The most expensive item in her catalog is a gold and diamond chain bracelet. Did you bring this up, John?
Yeah, that's the number they have here is incorrect.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, because, I mean, they have stuff way more expensive.
Okay, well, it says here the most expensive item on the list is a gold and diamond chain bracelet for $39,000.
Oh, my God.
The cheapest item you can buy, okay, for those of you on a budget.
What's up?
I'm listening.
Ashley has checked into the chat.
The cheapest thing you can find is a $12 bottle of something called OG Hot Girl Chili Oil.
Yeah, they call it hot girl sauce.
What?
Chili oil.
Oh, so it's like it's actually edible. It's not a sex thing.
I have no idea.
Maybe it still is.
I just know how to read it out loud. I have no idea what the OG Hot Girl Chili Oil is.
It's
that sounds
for
like
food, but maybe
Chili oil is very bomb.
Okay.
Recommend.
I don't know if I've had it. Is there like a food that has chili oil in it? Does chili have chili oil in it?
I don't believe so. I've never put it in my chili, but I like to put it on eggs. Very good.
I don't know if something called chili oil is going anywhere near my genitalia.
Hey,
Okay,
some people are into that.
No, thank you.
The pain.
brace yourself. It's the chili oil.
Oh, Oh, that would be so terrible.
I got my legs behind my back. Wait a minute, what? The chili oil?
More oil. More oil.
What do you got for me? Chili oil. You just feel the breeze of me leaving the room. I just run right out of it.
So people are checking in on those mints, the salivating mints. They said they were originally for cottonmouth for weed smokers. A lot of people are texting in on that.
Oh, gosh, that would have been so nice.
Oh, no. All right, so there you go.
Oh, pad thai has chili oil in it.
Oh, sure
according
does.
to Luke's. I love pad thai. So
And
I have had it.
And someone's going to put that on their nuts? You got to be crazy. I think that's officially our first holiday-related conversation.
Yay.
Yeah, yay, she says. We were talking about that wacky Gwyneth Paltrow and her latest dildo catalog, her Christmas edition dildo catalog, the Goop Holiday Sex Guide, or whatever she calls it. Yeah, there was one cheap item in there, and it was something or another chili oil. The hot spot chili oil, or some cute name they hung on it. Chili oil. Stillers fan Jesus texted in with a very great question. He says, is chili spelled with 2 I's or a Y?
Oh, that does matter. Yep.
Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Yep.
It was 2 I's. Or, pardon me.
2 Y's. Or two L's? This is kind of confusing.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I spelled it incorrectly.
Yeah.
I'm not a strong speller. Was it spelled with 2 L's and an I or 2 L's and a Y? Sorry. Stillers fan Jesus says this. Cooling? Yes. Spicy heat? That's a hard no for him.
No cooling.
It was spelled Chilli. So, yeah, but it does make a great difference, does it not, in what you might expect. My spelling ruined it.
It's okay.
I think we all knew where you were going.
My lack of spelling skills ruined it. Ashley, you say no dice on the cooling effect?
No, not a fan.
Well, you
Not
hate
a
being
fan.
hot.
Yeah, I just need it to be perfect temperature. I'm like the 3 bears thing? 3 bears and Goldilocks.
Sex toys. Cubby, don't you think it's time you got your own pocket Bronco so you don't always have to borrow them?
No, I mean, people are usually pretty willing to lend them out.
Yeah, I heard they're better when they're used.
And you always clean them before you give them back to me, which is nice.
It's the only reason I keep my library card. You can check one out.
It's, this Gwyneth Paltrow's been dumping this goofy sex toy guide on us year after year after year. Is there anyone who's jumped in to be her competition from the mainstream Hollywood scene? I'm not talking about Kim Kardashian or Jenna Jameson. I'm talking about like another mainstream actress
that sells stuff, or that talks about it.
Yeah, that has, hey, this is my line of sex oil. This is my line.
As far as mainstream, I can't think of anybody.
She's making so much damn money, I would imagine. You'd think some other Hollywood type would step into the ring and say, well, I can top you, Gwyneth Paltrow.
I mean, there's certain celebrities that definitely talk about their sex lives quite a bit in great detail.
Oh,
but
like
as far as go ahead.
Somebody like Miley Cyrus, she would, if she created a sex line, people would just eat that up.
She's perfect for that. That's a great idea. I'm surprised. Yep. Oh, she would, not that she needs any more money, but Miley Cyrus, she would make a fortune on that.
I hate to disagree with angry bus driver Jesus. He said he'd take Gwyneth Paltrow over Dr. Ruth any day. I think I'd go Dr. Ruth. There was just something about her that...
It's because she was the only character in town talking like that.
Yeah, and it was just so unexpected when you look at Gwyneth Paltrow. She's pretty and,
Sure.
But Dr. Ruth, she was so matter-of-fact and like she would take charge. And
she was a spinner.
Oh, absolutely a spinner. Yeah, you could get her in any position you wanted.
You're right. Dr. Ruth.
Maybe angry bus driver Jesus is quite a bit younger.
Right. Dr. Ruth wasn't going to be, she was never going to have her own bikini calendar, right? But in 1984, it was hard to find a woman on television, or anyone on television, really anyone on television, who would breach subjects, filthy sexual subjects like Dr. Ruth. And yeah, she scored points with guys from me and Cubby's generation.
She sure did.
She just said, what now? With her little German accent and that little giggle that she had.
Yeah, and she wasn't talking about just like procreating or safe sex. She's like, hey, if you really want to have a strong boner, this is what you want to do.
A strong boner.
If you're going to have anal sex.
Yeah.
Things like that. Like, what?
If you want to have some awesome anal sex.
Everybody get in the room. She's going to tell us how to have anal sex. I mean, yeah, it was groundbreaking stuff. So there was something about her being the original. I totally know what you're saying. It's the same reason why they can parade all these foxy ladies around town on Halloween. You can look online at all the hot women in their Halloween costumes. You can go to a bar in Minneapolis and see 21-year-old girls naked on Halloween. But will any of them ever match the heat of Elvira?
No.
Mistress of the Dark?
Not at all.
She was
or the Loomy Lady? You got nothing on the Loomy Lady.
Oh, my God. Don't even get us started on the Loomy Lady.
There's just something about her.
Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, was the first one to say, look, it's Halloween. I'm going to be an incredible slut on Halloween. That was her thing, or at least appeared to be slutty on Halloween. I don't mean to insult Elvira, but you get the message.
She knew she was very sexy.
She's going to.
She definitely amped that up.
Yeah.
Basslayer Jesus said he'd knock the dust off of Dr. Ruth.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Man.
Is she still alive?
I don't think so.
No.
Oh, she banged herself right on out, didn't she?
Yeah, but that's probably how she died.
She went out.
She just died last year.
Yeah.
She went out bumping.
Yeah, she made it to 96.
Jesus. It's all that great anal sex that she had out.
She was doing everything.
Oh, I don't like that.
She's a Holocaust survivor.
What?
Did you know that about her?
Yes, I think I do. All right.
I don't like thinking of her talking about that kind of stuff because all I'm seeing are like old pictures of her.
Oh, she was so fun about it.
Well,
Like
she's always looked that way.
She always
looked old.
Yeah,
Stop
she
it,
looked like
Dr.
a grandma
Ruth.
in her 30s.
Yeah, she had that little giggle and her little accent, and she was harmless.
Her
with her
hair is to die for.
Yeah. Oh, she always just kind of combed her hair like.
She's got like it's a updo.
Yeah, she went up that way. All right, we got to get the hell out of here.
Happy birthday to Grayson, turning 11 today from Dad. Happy birthday to 651-2715 Jesus. Actually, from a few people, just so you know. They text in to say happy birthday to you. Shout out on Luther Bloomington Kia text line to local roll-off driver Jesus and to the Porky's Pooper Pumper Posse from Eureka Stinkwinkle Jesus. And then good luck to the 40 Buick Jesus having surgery tomorrow from your little brother Plasma Cutting Jesus.
And happy birthday to my great friend, Missy. Nick, you know Missy. Missy absolutely loves you.
I remember meeting Missy a couple years ago, and there was electricity.
She'll be happy to hear that.
Happy birthday to her.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
All right, all you procrastinators, enough is enough. It's November and the you-know-what is about to hit the fan. Time to hit up my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to get that furnace cranked on and get it winter ready. Dana here. November's also the final tune-up deal of the year at Standard. You can get $20 off your furnace fix when you make an appointment and mention 93X. Yeah, I know we're all hardy Minnesotans around here, and you're probably saving up to buy me a sweet, sweet Christmas gift, but don't roll the dice on your furnace. Time to prep and protect. Book that tune-up today at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.